The following is a presentation of the Orange and Blue Sports Network, the official home for student play-by-play at the University of Florida College of Journalism and Communications, and the official broadcast partner of Florida Gators Club Hockey. Now let's take you ringside with Jamie Goldman and Rob Russo. It's Florida Gators Club Hockey on the Orange and Blue Sports Network.
Welcome into another broadcast of Florida Gators hockey. Tonight's matchup features the University of Southern Florida Bulls, which we saw last season, and we're seeing them here again. It's a much different USF Bulls team. It's also Pink the Rink Hockey Fights Cancer Night here at the Community First Igloo. The Gators will be rocking their pink jerseys for the first time all season long, and there's going to be a big auction during the game. You can auction off the players' jerseys right off their backs. You can go to the link in the description. The video description takes you right to that link if you want to donate. If you want to auction for a jersey, it's right there. So let's take a quick look at the standings before we jump into this game right here. We're a little bit past the halfway point of our season. Rob Russo, tell us a little about the standings real quick.
Yeah, I mean, this one is really going to be all about those two teams that got rid of Florida earlier on in the season. South Carolina and Georgia are leading the pack here in College Hockey South. They're taking control of things. Florida not out of the mix yet, still fighting on there. Jamie, I know you got a little bit more with us for that.
Yeah, I mean, the Gators fifth right now in the standings. USC up at the top right there. The Gators trying to work their way back into that, top four slots here in the College Hockey South Division 1. So let's take a look at our players to watch here tonight for the Florida Gators side of things. It's Michael McCoy, big-time goal scorer for this team. Another big-time goal scorer, Mikey Katz. He's been getting it done on both sides of the ice. And on the back end, veteran defenseman Jacob Horowitz is our defenseman player to watch here today.
Yeah, I mean, just three great players for the Gators. They've had some really, really solid games as of late. Look at Mikey McCoy, 4 goals in his last 2 games, looking really, really hot, especially on that power play. Had 3 goals. The power play itself had 3 goals on Friday night against USF in Tampa. Mikey Katz, 2 goals and an apple against USF on Friday night as well. And then Jacob Horowitz, the man on the blue line, really holding it down for Florida. Had a great weekend against FSC in Lakeland.
Yes, we'll keep an eye on those 3. Now taking a look at USF, this is not the same USF team that came into the Battle of Jacksonville last year and Florida skull-drugged them last year, kind of dog-walked them. This is a much different USF team. They beat Florida on Friday night in Tampa, and now it's a home game here for Florida. So players to watch here for USF. Number 17, Grant Dietz, is a big-time player to watch for all of College Hockey South. Also another freshman that's just burst onto the scene, Jacob Duhame, will be joining him on that first forward line. And then on the back end, veteran defenseman, he's a senior, Owen Welch, another player to watch in tonight's game.
Yeah, and these are just 3 players that have stolen the show for USF throughout this season, especially those 2 freshmen that you mentioned really burst onto the scene, have taken over for this team. I spoke with Coach Joe Rhodes before the game, and he said that, Dietz is just a really special kind of player. Their power play has been electric this entire season, and a lot of that goes back to having Dietz on that top unit, making space for his teammates and finding them. Leads the College Hockey South with 11 assists on the power play alone, and College Hockey South's Division II Player of the Month in October, boasting 10 goals and 9 assists just in the month of October. 38 points on the entire year, so an incredibly impressive season from the freshman, who's got a whole bunch of years ahead of him for the Ice Bulls.
Yeah, he's definitely someone to watch. So that leads me to our keys to the game here. Our number 1 key of the game for Florida here is to contain Dietz in this game. As you just mentioned, 38 points on the year. He Player of the Month in October for College Hockey South. He's someone to watch. And as you mentioned, he's had 11 assists on the power play. So another big thing for the Gators today, stay out of the box. That was a problem in Friday night's game, resulted in 3 USF power play goals. So staying out of the box is going to be huge for the Gators in this one. And our 3rd key of the game, limit shots on goal. Get your sticks in lanes, get your bodies in lanes. At USF had 40 shots on goal in that win against Florida on Friday night. So limiting shots on goal, limiting Dietz, and staying out of that box is going to be huge for Florida. We had the chance to speak with head coach Frank Pasquale before this game about the matchup tonight, so we're going to throw it over to that interview now. Here with head coach Frank Pasquale ahead of a game against USF here on a Sunday afternoon. Coach Frank, you guys dropped a game against this team a couple nights ago. What kind of adjustments are you guys making coming into this one?
Yeah, well, not a lot. It was a great game. It went back and forth. It was tied in the third period. For us, the biggest takeaway is limiting our mistakes. We made some mistakes in areas of the ice where a team of our caliber should not do that. And so, we've talked about that, and if we could clean that up, we think today's going to be a lot better outcome.
Okay, great. I'm seeing a lot of pink in the rink right now. What's going on? I know there's a breast cancer awareness promotion going on. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so this is something really great that the boys do every year, and they put a lot of time and effort into it. They have these beautiful pink jerseys today that are going to be worn during the game and then auctioned off afterwards. The proceeds go to cancer research. The boys visit the cancer hospital at UF and really have gotten involved in doing something great for the community and, to help people. And so I couldn't really be prouder of the boys for what they're doing today.
Yeah, no, it's a really great promotion you guys got going on here. You can find the link to donate or to, auction off one of those jerseys in the video description right now. So, final question I got for you. This is your last game for a while. You guys got a big break coming up. Your next game's not till January. What are your guys' plans for the break?
Well, the big thing at UF is, finals are coming up. And so, our athletes are students first. They're going to be focusing on doing the best they can in their finals. Enjoying the holidays, and I say to them, enjoy them, but not too much. They all go to different places. Many are in different states. They bring their gear with them. They stay on the ice and get some skating in. They do a lot of off-ice training because when we come back in January, it's the Savannah Classic, and we have to be ready to go.
Yep. Savannah Classic's going to be a fun one. Thanks, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Yep. That was head coach Frank Pasquale. We were able to talk to him a little bit about, a couple of things here. USF coming into town here today. They lost on Friday night to this same USF team. He preached kind of playing their game. He didn't take too much from that South Florida game on Friday night. He said we need to make a couple slight adjustments, but if we play up to our standards, we should be able to come out here and get the job done in this one.
Yeah, definitely. And that's something that, coaches speak, but he keeps it pretty simple when he says it, and I happen to agree with him. Keep it simple. Play your game. You know that you can come out here and compete night in and night out. Now you got to go out there and get the win. We spoke with Coach Rhodes before the game, and he said that, that was a tie game late in the third period, and they were able to pull out. They had a couple lucky bounces go their way, and they were able to, capitalize on those opportunities. And because of that, they were able to come out with the win. So as we mentioned in the open a little bit, blocking shots, getting in lanes, as long as you don't let those pucks get out there and give them an opportunity with so many talented players on the roster to take advantage of it, well, then you're going to put yourself in a good position.
Yeah, we're getting ready for the national anthem here in a few seconds here. Just a reminder, you're watching Florida Gators Club Hockey on the Orange and Blue Sports Network. I'm Jamie Goldman alongside Rob Russo as always. USF, this is the last game for the Gators for a couple of months, believe it or not. When they come back from winter break on the other side, it'll be the Savannah Classic on January 17th. Always a fun little jamboree up in Savannah. They play in the Big Boy Arena where the Savannah Ghost Pirates from the ECHL play their home games. So that'll be a fun little weekend for the Gators when they come back from winter break. And it seems like it's time for the national anthem, so we'll step aside for a moment. And we're just about ready to get things going here in Jacksonville. Jamie Goldman alongside Rob Russo. And before we get going, I just want to give a quick shout out to the men behind the scenes on this broadcast right now. Ethan Eibe, our producer, the head of the Orange and Blue Sports Network, and our cameraman today, Erich Keplinger, framing up all those shots. So we want to give a big shout out to those two gentlemen behind the scenes here. Pink the Rink night here in Jacksonville for the Florida Gators club hockey program. They're wearing their pink jerseys. You can find a link to the website where you can donate, you can auction off these jerseys in our video description right now, so go check that one out if you have interest in donating or getting some of these jerseys to take home for yourself. Beautiful jerseys there debuting here tonight in Jacksonville, as you can see them on the ice right now. White jersey, pink tops, pink lettering. You got that Gator lettering across the side of the chest, and it's in pink lettering. On the other side, USF, they're the boys in green today. Green helmets, green jerseys, green pants, green socks, tint of gold on there as well. And we're ready to drop the puck here. Connor Lee in net for the Gators. On the other side, it's Zach Lanique, and the puck is dropped, and here we go in Jacksonville. Michael McCoy gets things started by dumping it in deep for Florida, and they'll play it behind the net. Up top for Noah Horowitz. He'll play it right back in to Lickashwa behind the net. Looking for Ho. Up top to Horowitz, fires it towards the net. Right back on it is Noah. Looking to make something happen on the left side. McCoy gets it behind the net. Tries to force one in front for Ho. Couldn't control it. Shot on and stopped by the goaltender.
Yeah, really good job here from the Gators early on, keeping it aggressive. Once again, going against Zach Lanique in net for the Ice Bowl. 7 games started, 5-2 with a just shy of .900 save percentage. 4 goals allowed per game on average. And you know what that tells me, as a goalie that's letting up 4 goals a game, and with a 5-2 record, that means that not only is he playing pretty good for College Hockey South, but because where goals are scored at such a high rate, but as the icing gets called, his team is playing fantastic in front of him, scoring pretty much at least 4 more goals in every single game.
Yeah, I mean, this is a USF team that can score a lot of goals. As you mentioned, College Hockey South, a league where a lot of goals are scored, a very offensive league here we're playing in right now. So, yeah, it'll be something to watch in this one if the Gators can crack Lanique and get on the scoreboard here early. After the icing, Lickashwa steps into the face-off circle, and it goes behind the net. Kept in by Zelmansky. He'll throw it behind the net. Berkel Jason will come in and pinch. Good play keeping the puck in the offensive zone. McCoy will retrieve behind the net. He's battling for it with a USF Bull. They'll take it around the corner. Trying to get it out is USF. Moving through center ice. They turn it over, and the Gators are right back on it as they look for some fresh legs. McCoy will just throw it into the offensive end and go get a change. Big Josh Weinstein steps in. He'll battle for it in the corner against another big boy on the other side, Dustin Holtberg. Him and Josh Weinstein, a couple of big boys in the corner as USF working it free. Moving through center ice and getting into their offensive end. Back on it is Florida. Telab able to throw it out to center ice. It's Weinstein. Gators will have to reset. Thrown back to Jacob Horowitz. And he'll just play it into the offensive end, but it'll go down for an icing as nobody is home for Florida.
Yeah, pretty early on here for Florida. Want to start to control the puck a little bit more, play it smartly. Now you got a face-off in the other end. Jacob, if you're there, want to just settle down, get that puck. Don't want to dump it in too deep because now we're heading back the other way.
Yeah, try to gain the red line and have that not go for an icing as a Bull takes a spill, and the Gators are right back on it, trying to work it out of the zone. Up top for Telab, he's got a chance. Working in on the goaltender, makes a move and scores! Little toe drag to shot combo, and Max Telab puts the Gators up 1-0 early.
Absolutely nasty maneuver there from Max Telab. Had all the space in the world coming through center ice. Gets a nice stretch pass ahead. Believe someone may have touched up on it as well at the red line. Gets it to him at the blue line. Takes his time. Gets around that right side. Toe drag. Picks his spot around the defender. and puts it home. Gators out to a 1-0 lead early on.
Huge for the Gators to get an early lead here in this one. In Friday night's game against USF, USF cracked the scoreboard first, and the Gators could never come back after that one. So good to see the Gators get on the board here first as the puck goes down to Connor Lee's net. He'll play it for Horowitz, and the Gators will try and break out. They turn it over. It goes up to the point. Shot on. Blocked to the corner. And USF is on it, trying to answer the Tel-Ab goal. Gators moving through center ice. Looking for Lampinen, couldn't find him. Goes out to the corner, and USF moves through center ice. Good stick that time from Horowitz. And it wraps around the boards. Battle for it in the corner. Horowitz finds Evan Edwards, who comes out of the scrum, chips it along the wall for Katz, and the Gators have some numbers going the other way. Katz hits the brakes and loses control of the puck. Pinned along the wall, Katz comes out with it, and now it's Noah Horowitz. Entering the offensive end, fires one towards goal, stopped by Lennox.
Yeah, some really nice defensive pressure here from the Gators early on. We know Evan Edwards is such a great player both ways, kind of a Selke nominee if you get what I'm saying there. Gets that stick down really, really low at the point, kind of gets that arm down as well, able to block a shot all the way to the corner. Gators just doing a really good job of maintaining possession even in the defensive zone.
Shot goes to the corner as USF works it through center ice. Sticked out to the corner by Lee. Zelmansky working on it. Cole Rosen steps in, tries to help him out. It's pinned along the wall right now. Zhang tried to step in and work it free. Shot on Lee. Stopped and covered for a defensive zone draw for the Gators.
And Gators once again back to the defensive zone face-off circle. Looked really good there, able to funnel a clean shot to Connor Lee, and that's what you want to do. If your shots are going to get through, you got to make sure he's able to see him, find him, and then save him.
Lineup note tonight, no Quinn DiMartini for the Gators. Kelly Bartlett called up from D3. He'll be wearing number 13 today. He spent 3 years playing for the USF Bulls, so going up against his former team in this one. He's a grad student for the University of Florida, so we'll keep an eye on Bartlett. Another lineup note, no Zhang today for the Gators. It's going to be Ross sliding into the lineup today for Florida. It's number 8. Going the other way are the Bulls. Shot blocked by Zelmansky, goes to the corner. Berkel Jasek picks it up. Plays along the wall, finally gets out to center ice. Quickly thrown back to center for Berkel Jasek. He'll send it into the offensive end. Berkel Jasek getting into the offense right now as McCoy gets it in the corner. He's roughed up a little bit. Not able to work it free. Lickitschwa right back on it. It's Ho in front, shot! Stopped by Lennox. A great opportunity that time from the Gators.
Yeah, and a really solid adjustment there from Ho as well. Able to catch that puck with his skate after he can't corral it with the stick and set himself up with a little bit of a one-timer and gets through to goal, but saved by Lennox. I also want to highlight Matty Berkel Jasek, really, as you said, getting into those offensive plays, dumping that puck in, and then chasing it full speed all the way down to the low red line.
Face-off won by Lickitschwa. Over to McCoy, back down for Lickitschwa behind the net. He'll stop and find his defenseman up top. Good puck movement from the Gators right now. It's Lickitschwa. Couldn't find Ho in front, and USF puts that chance to rest. Here comes Dietz. Moving through center ice. He's someone that the Gators are trying to contain here in this one. One of the top goal scorers in all of college hockey South Division II right now. Turned over, Dietz is on it. Gators able to work it to center ice. The Bulls will have to reset. Berkel Jasek on it. Once again, entering the offensive end with speed is Berkey. Taking it behind the net. Drops for McCoy. McCoy on a 1-on-2. Not going to win that one. Weinstein joins them, helps him out, and the Gators able to keep it in for the time being. USF right back on it. It's Dietz. Dietz drops it back, shot on, just wide. Offenbach shot, just missed the net.
Yeah, really, really nice play design there for USF. Little drop pass, and Offenbach just can't quite get it on goal, but a really nice opportunity nonetheless.
Dorizo will play it for USF in the corner. Roughed up a little bit by Berkel. Jacek Telab is on it. Telab not able to get it out to center ice as it's battled for in the corner. Berkel Jacek rims it around for Weinstein. Weinstein looking for Olenek, trying to work it out of the zone, and they do. It's Telab. Telab, the goal scorer so far in this one. Drops it back for Weinstein. He'll shoot. Right back on it as Weinstein gets his own rebound. Rims it around for Telab.
Telab showing off the mitts today. Nice little drop pass there for a shot opportunity.
Dorizo on it for USF in center ice now. Horowitz back on it for Florida. Back to Dorizo. USF will reset. Turned over, Katz is on it. Couldn't control it as he was entering the zone with some speed.
And Katz really only needs an inch. You give him that puck, and if he has a little bit of space in front of him, he's going to take it and make you pay for it.
Mikey Katz, the leading point scorer for the Gators so far this season, as he gets in the way of that one right now, and he's got an opportunity looking for Edwards. Blocked shot. Credit to Dylan Cowles getting in the way of that one, blocking the shot, and USF right back on it.
Yeah, this would have been a 2-0 game if Cowell didn't get his body in the way just there.
Stop by Lee. In front. Nothing doing though, so the Gators were able to shut it down. Right back on it is USF. 8 minutes ticked off the clock in this first period. The Gators lead it 1-0 as Horowitz tries to find Katz in center ice, but USF got a piece of it and it goes up and out of play.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play there by USF, especially getting that pass right through, right in front of Lee's crease, right to Kevin Rosello in front of Connor Lee. But he was facing the wrong way, so he tried to turn around, but didn't quite have enough time for it. Gators catch a break as they're able to get to him before he could rip that backhand off, because he had a really clear lane.
Yeah, Kevin Rosello, sophomore out of Cuomo, Puerto Rico. You don't see too many hockey players from Puerto Rico, so cool to see Rosello playing for the USF Bulls out of Puerto Rico as the draw is won by the Gators. It's Waivada. Makes a nice move, throws it in front. Couldn't find a teammate. Gators turn the puck right back over. They're on it. Ross's shot goes to the corner. Rosen takes a hit. Gators stay on the puck though. Rosen back on it. He'll send it towards the net. Stop. Back on it is Florida. It's Ross. He'll shoot. Up to center. A couple of Gators on it. Erich will turn back and make a nice pass. Shot on. Stopped by Lee. Bounced in front. And Zelmansky plays it to the corner. Cole Rosen on it now. Up top for a USF defenseman. Shot. Blocked. It's bouncing around in front. Gators not able to control it. In front shot, score! Tyler Stowe was in the right place at the right time. The puck found his stick and he put it right past Connor Lee to tie this game up 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, defensively for the Gators, everything really kind of broke down there. Everybody was out of position. That puck was taking some weird bounces and took 2 or 3 too many for them to really be in any good position. That one finally finds the tape at the right angle of a USF Bull and right in front. Really no chance for Lee on that one, unfortunately.
Yep, so we're back to square one here at the Igloo. 1-1 hockey game just after 9 minutes to play in this first period. Gators win the draw. Try to make the stretch pass. USF intercept. Saved by Lee. Gators will play it out to center ice. It's Lickeshaw. USF right back on it. Tries to play it off the boards. He can't as McCoy is there. Behind the net, it's Ho. Ho kicks it along the wall, and now it's McCoy. Gators trying to get that lead right back after the USF goal. Lickeshaw behind the net. looking for Ho in front. Good stick placement by the USF defender. It's Horowitz making a move, going to the backhand. Shot loose. It's Ho in front. It's still bouncing around, and the play will be whistled dead. Noah Horowitz on the ice in front of the net. He's a defenseman, but he got in on the offensive end there. We've seen that a lot in this game from Berkel Jasek earlier, and now Noah Horowitz doing a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what Noah saw there, but he must have seen a really clear lane there just to get to the net and make a move like that, because the whole left side of the ice was wide open, and his decision there was to get inside and cut right to the net. And I think that puck might have found its way past, but too much drama in front. The whistle had to be blown, but he had a clear lane there. There was a major defensive lapse by USF that gave him that lane, and he almost made him pay. That was a really good job by Noah Horowitz.
As the faceoff won by USF, played out to center ice. Noah Horowitz right back on it. He'll play it over to Berkel Jasek. Nice spin move from Berkel Jasek, loses the defender. Up to Weinstein. Weinstein right back to Berkey. Trying to break it out here are the Gators. It's Berkel Jasek. He'll play it off the wall for Weinstein. Weinstein bouncing puck. Weinstein couldn't control. And it's taken behind the net by the Bulls. Up to Dietz. Looking cross ice. Waivoda doing a really good job of staying with him right now in center ice. As his pass intercepted, he was looking for Duhaime. Olenek was there for Florida as Weinstein puts one on net. Goes to the corner, gets his own rebound. Plays it out in front, Dietz is there. Gators right back on it, goes behind the net. It's Cooper.
Yeah, and that was just a really good shift from Waivoda. Still on the ice right now as he gets later on into this shift, but really stuck to his man like glue there, able to break up some plays in the offensive end.
As Olenek forces a turnover all by himself. He was 1-on-4 with the Bulls, but he made a play, forced the turnover while the Gators get a change. Puck goes to center ice. On it are the Florida Gators. It's Horowitz. Up for looking for Waivoda. As a Bull blows a tire, it's Lampinen. Moving down the left side, in front. A nice save that time from Erich, and it goes the other way. Moving with some speed are the Bulls, and it's going to be a penalty as well. I think it was Jacob Horowitz, an interference call, and this will be our first penalty of the game.
Yeah, and a rough one for the Gators, and you know, this is going to be a big test for them. Now, here for the first time on home ice against USF, we're going to see this power play unit get to work, and if the Gators have made some improvements and adjustments on the PK.
Correction, it was actually Owen Waivoda who got that penalty, the interference call on Waivoda. Still a 2-minute power play for USF. And remember, 3 power play goals Friday night for USF, so this is the first look we see at their power play. Hopefully the Gators worked on the penalty killing unit and have made some adjustments here. Shot goes on just wide. Lee may have gotten a piece of it, and the Gators able to send that one all the way down, chew a couple of seconds off that penalty.
Yeah, and Waivoda, one of the Gators' most important penalty killers and defensive guys. So it's going to be difficult for them to lose him on this power play.
As a shot fired on Lee, no problem for Connor. As Erich's shot stopped by Lee. 7:41 remaining in this first period. It's 1-1 here on Hockey Fights Cancer Night at the Igloo. Another reminder, you can find the link to all of the donations and auctions and all the festivities in our video description on this stream. As a shot comes on, stopped by Lee. No whistle, it goes behind the net. USF will look to set up their power play. Circling around. Block shot. Zelmansky playing it in the corner, using the body. Some of the USF crowd may have wanted a hold there, no call. And we play on. Nolan Ott over to Cooper. Back up top for Cooper, he'll fire one. Stopped, right back for Ott. Good control right now from USF. Gators trying to change that. And they do, as they'll send it all the way down. And This power play is already halfway over.
Yeah, doing a really good job here, Florida, not letting them get perfect shots on Connor Lee and anything high danger.
As Lickitschwall rips one high, and Duhame in for the Bulls. 1-on-4 though, waiting for some teammates to join him. Makes a nice play, sends it along the wall in an area where his teammates could pick it up. Right back on it are the Bulls, trying to get one last gasp on this penalty. Nice block shot that time. And it goes all the way down. Remember, we talked about blocking shots and limiting shots on goal. That was a nice block shot that time from Noah Horowitz in the defensive end, putting that chance to rest. Tries to make a move through center as Waivada bursts onto the ice. The power play is over for the Bulls. Making moves on his knees. A nice play that time from Adam Offenbach, finding a teammate from the ground. Loses control of it there now, and Lickitschwall right back on it for the Gators. McCoy drops to Lickitschwall. Tries to find McCoy. A Bull is there to intercept it, and it's in center ice. Noah Horowitz will send it in deep. McCoy will chase. Working on Welch right now is McCoy. USF had a little help as they try and break it out. Nice hit from Horowitz. They're going to call him, though. They may have said he got a little bit of the elbow in on that one, and Horowitz will go to the box. So one penalty ends and another one begins for Florida. Noah Horowitz on the elbowing call.
Yeah, that one a bit up high and gets that upper body fully into the hit. And so at that point, you know, an elbow is going to be involved, if to a subtle extent. It looks like this might go both ways. We'll see what this one is for South Florida.
Yeah, we see Dylan Holtberg in the box for USF as well. I'm not sure what the call on Holtberg is right now. The faceoff will be in center ice. Right now it shows two 2-minute penalties on the board and only 4 players on the ice for both sides. So it looks like it's going to be 2 minutes of 4-on-4 hockey right now from the Gators and the Bulls. The Horowitz interference penalty, and then Holtberg also in the box for 2 minutes for the Bulls, and we'll play 4-on-4 here at the Igloo. A lot of open ice 4-on-4.
Yeah, I think the penalty against USF was out of the play. It was on the other end towards Connor Lee. So I was looking towards the big hit that Horowitz got and missed that one. We'll get that for you in just a moment.
Yeah, get you some of your most speedy guys here on the ice right now on the 4-on-4. A lot of open ice, as I mentioned, as Katz tries to work it free in the corner. Got to be careful on a 4-on-4. Lampton trying to work it free in the corner right now. Picked up by a Bull, and they'll head the other way. It's Tyler Cook moving through center ice. Cook will shoot one. Pad saved by Lee. The captain on it for USF, Aaron Cholia. Plays it behind the net. Right back to him. Cholia almost looked like he tried the Michigan right there. Lost control of it. An ambitious move behind the net, and they lose control of the puck. 43 seconds remain on the 4-on-4. Shot on, stop blockered away by Lee. Up and out of play for a whistle. 4 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in this first period. A reminder, in the intermission, we'll be playing an episode of our weekly podcast, Swamp Slapshot. This after the first period, we'll be playing the episode featuring Zach Zelmansky, Michigan man. So stick around and see what he had to say on our weekly podcast, Swamp Slapshot. 37 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4 as the Bulls win the draw and create a opportunity there. Good play by Zelmansky, shutting that one down in front.
And it was an unsportsmanlike conduct. 2 minutes for Holtberg. That's why he's in the box.
Yeah, so maybe said a little bit too much after that play. Whatever it was, he's in the box. Good patience right now from Florida. It's Nicholas Ho, maybe a little bit too patient, as USF was able to intercept that one. And now they have a 2-on-1 brewing. Shot on off the post. goaltender's best friend as the 4-on-4 comes to an end.
Wow, so much room there. Decides to take the shot. That was Kevin Rosello.
As a little toe drag back-to-back from Jacob Horowitz. He'll take a shot. A nice save from the goaltender.
I don't know. I've never seen Jacob Horowitz bust out a move like that. I don't know what's in the air today.
What is going on with our defenseman getting in on the offense right now? I'm not saying I don't like it, but not something we see every weekend here in the Igloo. As the puck sent in on Lee, he'll cover up and keep that one safe under his glove for a whistle. Yeah, Horowitz on the other end. He was moving through one, moved through another, and at that point he tried to go through a third. Got a shot on. It was stopped away by Lennox.
And we're back to 5-on-5 now.
Yeah, nothing doing on that 4-on-4. Still sit 1-1 here at the Igloo. There's a shot on. Looks like the net is off, and the ref will blow this one dead.
Classic.
Classic net is off here at the Igloo. Wouldn't be a Florida Gators hockey broadcast without the net coming off at least once or twice.
No, sir. And that'll get us a stoppage of play, 2:45. It's a 1-1 game. I really like what I've seen from the game. I like what I've seen from both teams, but I think the Gators have done a really good job with time of possession and kind of playing their own game. I think that they've had a really strong period so far.
Yeah, high-flying action here in this first period from both sides. Pretty evenly matched game. As Berkel Jasek will control. Weinstein laying that body. On it is Horowitz, loses control. Played off the wall. Berkel Jasek, smart play. Put it in a safe area of the ice for Talab, who will dump it all the way down. On it now is Offenbach. And it goes all the way down into the Gators' defensive end. Noah Horowitz on it. He'll send it the other way. It was tipped by a USF Bull, so no icing here. As Talab will go play it. Tries to make a little left-to-right move. USF saw it coming. And a 3-on-2 rush the other way for the Bulls. Zelmansky, good job of getting that one to neutral ice as the Gators get a change. Sent all the way down, and it'll be an icing on the Bulls, resulting in an offensive zone faceoff for Florida.
So good opportunity here late in the period to try and break this 1-1 draw for Florida. Again, really solid work from the forwards and the defensemen getting involved, really creating a lot of pressure on the Bulls that nobody on the ice is going to be out of the action.
Yeah, a lot of action here in this first period as Waivada meets him at the spot. Goes around, misses the net. And Ross able to get it out of the zone. Ross, a huge hit in center ice. And a glove save from Lee. Things getting a little bit chippy here in the last minute. Ross, shoulder to shoulder, right in center ice. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Got Dustin Holtberg pretty good in center ice.
Yeah, as clean as they come as well. A really, really good one there from Ross. Takes him out of the play entirely and kind of breaks it up for Florida.
Face-off won by USF, back to Cooper. Looking through center ice, pass intercepted. Waivada drops it for Rosen. Rosen's got some speed, fires one, stopped by the blocker. Gators back on it, offensive zone opportunity. Waivada looking for Zelmansky. Shot on, off the pad. Waivada rebound opportunity, still bouncing around. Again, Waivada has it. It's still loose in front. Waivada back on it again. Maybe third time's the charm. Not that time. And nothing doing for the Gators there. A great opportunity. USF was under fire. And an arm goes in the air, and it looks like the Gators will be getting a penalty. So not able to score on the opportunity, and it's going to result eventually in a Gators penalty kill. So a tough string of events that time for the Gators. Taking one late in this period, only 28 seconds remain. As not a lot of argument here, Zach Zelmansky steps into the penalty box. His second home. And
believe it'll be a high sticking call on Zelmanski. We'll take him out of the play. Again, death taxes, the net comes off, Zach Zelmanski gets a penalty. All these things are coming together here in period number 1. Another penalty kill here for Florida, as there's a nice clear to get him out of the play. Just want to touch on Owen Waivada. I mean, what a shift from him. He's one of my favorite players to watch on the ice because it really feels like he always knows where to put his stick. It's always in the right position to make a play, to make a good pass, to get everybody else involved, and to just disrupt what the other team is doing.
Another nice clear that time for the Gators, as that'll pretty much do it for period number 1. When we come back in period number 2, Zach Zelmanski still about over a minute on that power play left. Speaking of Zach Zelmanski, we're going to throw it right now to a Swamp Slapshot episode featuring Zach Zelmanski, so check it out.
This is the Orange and Blue Sports Network, the official broadcast provider of Florida Gators club hockey. All season long, OBSN will have you covered both on and off the ice. This is Swamp Slapshot with Jamie Goldman and Rob Russo on the Orange and Blue Sports Network.
Welcome into this week's edition of Swamp Slapshot. Jamie Goldman joined by Rob Russo. Our player guest this week is defenseman Zach Zelmanski. Zach, what's going on? How you doing today?
Doing pretty good. Late practice last night. A little early recording here, but we're ready to go. I'm excited to be here.
Ready to go. So, the boys have been transitioned to D1. It's been a little shaky so far, but that was a little bit expected, going from D2 to D1. This weekend, you guys get a chance to kind of get back on track with some games against Alabama and Auburn. What are you looking forward to there?
Yeah, I think definitely, we're trying to get things rolling here. It's been a rough go, but I'd say it's definitely not due to lack of skill, lack of ability. It's just we haven't really taken that next step yet. You know? So I think this weekend's a great opportunity for us to do that. 3 very winnable games. I think we'll be able to put it together here, get 6 points that we desperately need, and get it going.
Yeah, I think so too. So you've, all season long we've been watching you. You have a very specific style of play. You're a very physical guy. You have a very chippy brand of hockey. So what kind of in the way you were taught to play hockey and the way you grew up, how did you develop that style of play?
I've always liked to play that way. I've always found the best way to get the puck away from the guy is to make sure the guy can't get to the puck. You take the guy's body and then separate him from the puck, and then the puck's yours, and that's just how it works. So that's what I try to do. Been trying to stay out of it a little bit more, with the penalties, but didn't do it a little better. Last 2 weekends, I think I've only had 1 penalty each, so doing better there, trying to do better.
But I said it right after we got off the air. I was like, Zach Zelmanski did not get in the box today the other day. So I was a little bit excited about that. So that was big. So is there any kind of pro player that you kind of modeled your game after growing up?
I've always loved Lidstrom. I took my number from him. But if we're talking about play, then maybe a little bit more like Cronwall then.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. 2 physical defensive defensemen. I like that answer out of you.
That probably goes back to you growing up in Michigan a
little
little bit, right? So you're a Red Wings fan?
Yep, I'm all Detroit sports. Lions have been doing good lately.
Right.
But I grew up watching the Red Wings, Lidstrom, Zetterberg, Datsuk. Loved all those guys. Loved old Joe Louis Arena.
Right.
Went to a few games there, but...
Does Little Caesars have the same magic or no?
I don't know if I've been, to be honest. I haven't been back in Detroit in a while.
Right.
And when I have, we haven't had time to go to a game or anything.
Right.
But
so
you can't beat the Joe.
Yeah. So when did you make the movie? Now you were in Orlando now, right?
Yep, I'm Celebration, which is right across from Disney. I moved at 6 years old, so 2010. So I'm pretty much a Floridian, but I can still kind of claim Michigan.
Okay, no, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. If you were born there and you lived there till you were about 6, do you guys go back there?
Yeah, sometimes. We still have a little bit of family up there on my dad's side. My grandparents on my mom's side are in Pennsylvania, so pretty close too.
Okay.
So still got a lot of Midwest blood.
It's so the people from Pennsylvania, are they Penguins fans? Is there any rivalry going on there? Or?
Not really. They're not big hockey fans.
Okay.
They like Penn State. They're big Penn State fans.
Okay, got you.
That's not too bad of a rivalry.
Yeah, not too bad. So how did you get into hockey? You said your family's not huge hockey people, so...
Yeah, my grandparents weren't. My dad always was. He had me on skates by the time I was like 3.
Oh, wow.
I was playing hockey by like 4, and same with like all my siblings.
Yeah.
Especially growing up in Detroit. It's way bigger up there, of course.
Yeah, of course. So when you got down to Florida, what teams did you play for down here?
So I started with the junior Knights over in like the RDV, where the UCF team plays out of.
Yep.
And then I really just bounced around. Played some in Tampa, played a little bit and then I played for the Alliance.
Okay.
So I did the drive down to like, down south in, what's that area?
Yeah, where do they
Naples.
practice? Coral Springs or?
Yeah, it was Naples for a little bit, and then they built that new rink in Lakeland.
Oh, okay, got you.
And then like U15, 16, and then U18, I played for Alliance out of there.
Okay. All right, and then, so what was the decision to go to Florida? I mean, it makes sense. You grew up in Florida, kind of grew up in Florida, but was there any other, contenders when you were making that decision? Were you thinking about going up north at all, maybe going back? Like, what was that thought process kind of like?
Yeah, I applied to Michigan and I got in.
Okay.
But their out-of-state tuition was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I didn't get any sort of aid or anything, so I couldn't really do that.
Yeah.
But Florida's a great school,
yeah.
So cannot complain about that at all.
Of course.
And then from a hockey standpoint, it's like, sure, you can go and like play juniors for a couple years and try to grind there and try to get like a D3 or something like that.
Yeah.
But to me, it just didn't really make sense. You know, I can go do my 4 years here, get my degree, and still play good hockey.
Yeah.
So
for sure. So you mentioned maybe getting the degree. What are you majoring in?
I'm a comp sci major.
Okay, that's a tough one. Smart kid over here, Zach Zelmansky. So what's the plan after college, if you have one at this point?
Yeah, right now starting to look for internships.
Yep.
Get that going for this summer, and then maybe get something from that. If not, I haven't really decided a field yet. There's all kinds of stuff, software engineering or cybersecurity or whatever. But, figure that out probably this year with the internship too, get some experience, and then after I graduate, get a job in whichever I pick.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what got you into comp sci? Has that always been kind of your thing growing up, or?
Not really. I did one class my senior year of high school. I did like an AP comp sci class, and I thought it was interesting enough, and I liked, when you code and you kind of like come across problems, and then it's like you got to go back, and it's a little frustrating.
Yeah.
But once you find it and then you fix it and it works, it's like, oh, awesome, sweet. Yeah. So I do like, the problem solving aspect of it.
Yeah.
And, everything's going towards computers anyway, AI, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
We could talk about it all day, but...
Yeah, whole new world with all this AI and technology and stuff. It's over my head, man. I'm an old school kind of guy, but I got to get with the times, I guess. So this is someone we ask everyone every week. It's my favorite question to ask. So the rink is closed. You have no classes. All your homework's done. No studying. What is Zach Zelmansky doing on a day off?
I love to go to the gym. I try to get in the gym every day. It's so fun. It's just, I've always loved things where it's kind of like you versus you.
Yeah.
I ran like cross country in high school.
Okay.
So that was always a challenge. So I like, a good physical challenge. And then I just love to watch sports, of course.
Yep.
Just grew up watching it, football, hockey, all that. And then, back at home over the summer, there's like a wakeboarding complex near me.
Yeah?
Oh, nice.
So, I'll go there with my family sometimes. That's a lot of fun. Just something to do. I love to be active,
That's awesome. Goes to the gym, goes wakeboarding, very athletic kind of guy.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. So what kind of got you into wakeboarding? Was that like a family thing you mentioned?
Yeah. It was one summer and we were looking for stuff to do, and it's like, hey, there's a wakeboard complex half an hour from our house. Why don't we try that?
Yeah.
And so, my whole family went. I got 3 siblings, and we all tried it, and it was just a lot of fun. So we usually go back every summer once or twice, and it's a good time.
So do you just kind of ride the waves, or can you do jumps and tricks and stuff too?
No, it's like the way they have it, it's like a cable system.
Yep.
So you're kind of towed around the lake, and they have all the ramps and stuff, and so
And you hit the ramps, you land them?
Yeah.
Because I've been to places like that too. I can wakeboard, but I can't hit the ramps like that.
Yeah, no, do those. My brother can do a backflip. I'm still trying to learn that one.
Really?
I can do a 360, and he can't, so...
Okay, so there's a little give and take there. Yeah. So you mentioned siblings. Are you the oldest or you the youngest?
I'm the second. I have an older sister and then 2 younger brothers.
Okay, big family.
Yeah.
What's the age differences there?
It's all 2 years.
Okay,
So sister's in 02, I'm in 04, and then 06, 08.
Okay, so you guys are pretty close together there.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Did they join you around this area for school?
My brother goes here, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
He's been playing for the D3 team a little bit when he can get in. They have a ton of guys this year, though.
Right, yeah.
So, they're always switching guys out. But he played a bit at the Tennessee.
Right. Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and kind of on that point, you had a couple guys come up with you this weekend, kind of filled some spots and you had some players out. How's that kind of chemistry been developing? Have you practiced with them before? And
A little bit. We got Jang back at practice this week. I think he's joining us on a more permanent basis.
Okay.
But both those guys, always need guys to fill spots. They did great. They worked hard. It's kind of what we needed.
Right.
We need guys that'll grind, guys that'll go into the dirty areas and do their job.
And I think that was kind of a big thing this weekend, as a kind of game plan wise, and we saw a couple really solid periods. I remember that first period on Friday. I think it was one that was a big point of note for us, where it kind of the lines were switching up a little bit, and kind of the play style was focused a little bit more on being more physical along the boards, keeping everybody off the puck, trying to control the pace of play a little bit more. Has that been a topic of discussion in practice? I know you guys were just at practice yesterday.
Yeah, we've been trying to just, simplify the game. When you get across the red line, get the puck in deep. When you're getting the puck out of the zone, you can't, give it up or leave it at the blue line and have them coming back the other way. So stuff like that. We worked on our D zone too, just coverages, making sure who has what guy, so we're not just spinning around the zone like we were a little bit against South Carolina. Right. So just basic things like that we got to get down, and then we can start expanding and doing the more fancy things.
Right. So high tempo, high intensity.
Yep, exactly. Get on the puck, forecheck hard, don't give them time, stuff like that.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely. So we kind of just mentioned, some guys coming up from the D3 program. So how many years have you been here? Is this your third, fourth?
Third year.
Third year, that's what I thought. Okay, so you've kind of seen a little bit the program kind of grow. In your first, second year, there wasn't a lot of movement from the D3 team up to the D2 team. Yeah. Now you guys moved into D1. Kind of just how has the program grown in the time that you've been here in your last 3 years?
Yeah, this year we had so many guys to try out. So I remember coming out, I was like, wow, am I at the right place, But yeah, it's great to see, and we always need more guys. We can always take more guys. There's always slots to fill, And it's always good to have a bunch of guys on D3 because then, like you said, we can bring guys up.
Yeah.
And oftentimes that happens, Mikey Katz last year. He started on D3 for a game or two, and then we brought him up, and he's doing a great
he became
job.
an impact player.
Yeah, 100%.
Big-time goal scorer for you
stuff
guys.
like that happens all the time.
Yeah, for sure. So, how does that work with the practices? So, we were kind of talking about on our way in here. So, D3 and have practices on Wednesday. You guys practice on Tuesday. When I know you've been a mainstay on the top team, but I don't know if how does you talked Zhang joined you guys for practice. If you're a D3 player, maybe one of those bubble guys that bounces between the two teams, what team do you practice with? Do you practice with both teams? How does that work?
Yeah, it depends. If we're missing a few guys for D1, or we just want some extra guys, if we want to run a power play penalty kill and get some more guys in there, then we'll ask guys to come to the D1 practice, and we've done that a few times. But stuff like that, we'll bring them up. They'll practice with us and then play games sometimes too.
Yeah.
So it's good to see.
Is that pushes you guys harder, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
They're definitely going out there 110%, right?
Yeah. We all know that we have a bunch of D3 guys, and they're all hungry and they all want to play.
Yeah.
So that tells us, hey, you gotta work if you want your spot.
Right. Absolutely.
So you said other than hockey, you're a big football guy as well. Did you go to the game this weekend?
I didn't this past weekend.
Okay.
Although I should have. We finally, won one.
Yeah, you missed a good one.
Yeah, I was at the UCF one. That one was good.
That one was good. Yeah, I transferred from UCF, so that one was a little bittersweet for me.
Yeah.
But nice to see the Gators back on track here finally.
Yeah, that was nice. Hopefully we can steal one of these down the stretch here.
Schedule's not getting any easier. Yeah. So. Yeah, but hey, it's DJ Lagway time in the swamp.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. And how are you feeling about your Lions moving forward? They're pretty good right now.
No, I feel great. Losing Hutch was brutal.
Yeah.
That leg injury was bad, but
yeah.
Hopefully maybe he'll be back for playoffs. Who knows?
Yeah.
I definitely see us getting into playoffs for sure, but
The golf MVP train, is it full steam ahead?
Oh yeah, if you got to keep up with the stats, dude. He only missed like 3 passes this past game. I think I saw a stat. He has more touchdown passes than incompletions like the last
crazy.
2 games.
Yeah, I saw something like that. He had that one game where he was perfect, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he go like 16 for 16?
Yeah, a week or 2 ago.
Yeah,
so
dude.
Things are looking up finally.
That division's loaded though.
I know,
with
it's
the
crazy.
Packers, the Vikings, even the Bears are getting better. Like,
yeah, no, Vikings kind of came out of nowhere because they had all those injuries in the preseason and like the
Oh,
offseason.
true,
like,
yeah.
JJ went down.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold's the truth. That's it.
I know, it's
That's
crazy.
right.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Orange and Blue Sports Network. UF versus USF hockey tonight. It's also our Hockey Fights Cancer night here. They're wearing their pink jerseys. There's an auction going on. You can find the link in our video description right here. 1-1 after the first period. It was a high-flying first period. There was penalties on both sides. We've seen both teams' special teams units. Goal scorer in that first period for Florida was Maxime Telab. Rob had a chance to talk to him, so we'll throw it to that interview now.
Ringside here with Max Telab. Max, you scored a really nice goal there in the first period. Had a lot of space. Kind of did it yourself. What were you looking for there?
Yeah, I kind of knew I wasn't winning that race. With the D coming hard, I just decided to pull it back and get a quick shot on net. Really good for us early in the period, so I'm glad I went in.
Is that toe drag something that you practice or that you're looking for?
Yeah, all the time. Me and Josh Weinstein in practice, we go over it quite a bit. Yeah, I'm glad it panned out in a game today.
And what'd you like, what didn't you like out of that first period in particular from the whole squad?
Yeah, I think a big thing for us right now is energy. I like the feeling that we have in the locker room and on the bench. I think guys are playing their role right now, but there's definitely some things we need to clean up in the D zone. And I think if we can get those right, we're going to have a good result for this game.
All right, stay in action here. Coming back for period number 2, Max Telab. Best of luck.
That was Rob talking with the goal scorer Max Telab, getting ready for period number 2. I'm going to hand it over to Rob as he's going to take over for play-by-play duties in period 2.
Thank you very much, Jamie. We're back here for period number 2. It is a 1-1 hockey game. Gators win the draw. Still on the penalty kill. Zach Zelmansky in the box for the Gators. Gators flip this one in deep. Just trying to take some time off the penalty. They had a intermission to talk it over as there's a nasty move towards Connor Lee. Circling is Mario Calvaro. Now down low to the red line. And back up top to the right point. Firing shot will go wide off of Lee. And the Gator is able to work it back out to neutral ice and draw some more time off the clock. Under a minute to go on the PK. Nice stick there by the captain, Matty Burkle-Jazik. He'll work it in deep. Gators get a change. USF one last burst here on the power play. Coming down the left wing and working it all the way across to the right side before dumping it across. And cannot hold the zone. Here's an interception at center ice from Nicholas Ho. Chasing it down behind the net. And cannot corral it. Work back through center. Nice move by Dietz. Pass across. Too much on it and a bit behind his man. Now here's a firing shot. Nice opportunity there for Adam Offenbach. Bulls circling. Looking for a move. Nice pass. Off the mark.
Penalty comes to a close.
And Dietz will fire this one wide of the net. Max Telab dumps it back out to center ice. Dietz dancing, making a move. Gets his man to miss. It's Evan Edwards. And somehow finds a lane to shoot over Edwards, but puts it way too high for Connor Lee. Now Florida with the break. It's Evan Edwards all alone. Waits for his guys, drops it back to the point. That one will head wide of Lennox. Here's a chance for Florida. It's Keegan Lampinen. Almost gets it to go. A miscue right in front of the cage. Gators trying to hold the zone. Mikey Katz able to do it. Fires, scores! Mikey Katz It's a 2-1 game here in the Igloo.
Yeah, he was one of our players to watch. He's the leading point scorer for Florida so far this season, so not surprised to see him getting the Gators back on the lead here in this second period. An absolute snipe from Mikey Katz, found his corner and put it home.
Yeah, a lot of room to work with there for the Gators. A couple defensive lapses for South Florida. That one bites them eventually. It's 2-1 here as Max Telab, really, really good in the circle, as we know, able to win the draw for Florida and worked in by Owen Waivada, the freshman. Had a great first period defensively. A lot of opportunities there in the last couple of minutes, but unable to get any of them to go. Now here's another chance for Florida in front.
Hopefully that goal can kind of make a momentum shift here towards the Gators.
Katz circling, picking his option. It's Keegan Lampinen with a one-timer through the slot, finds Lennick, but he's able to get that pad out and make a quick save. As Connor Lee brushes this one off to the side.
Yeah, great play on the other end.
And there's a hard shot from Bryson Erich, but Connor Lee gets the shoulder up. Nice interception there from Owen Waivada, breaking up the pass through center. And now here's a run for Florida. Mikey Katz just scored the goal a few moments ago. And now back for USF. Here's a shot across from Tyler Cook. Pad save. Cook spun around by Jacob Horowitz. Now here's a pass ahead. Firing. And wide the shot from Sam Rossi, up from Division III. Here's a chance right in front of Connor Lee. Big save. And he gets the rebound one as well.
Connor Lee showing the concentration, making back-to-back saves on that rush.
USF holds the zone. And a big hit. And USF with one of their own as well. And Berkey will flip this one out. Gators able to get a change. Telab off the ice. And Cole Rosen on. Berkey shoots it. And Lennick unable to corral this one. Now behind the net. Zelmansky pushing it down low for Kelly Bartlett. Now a nice dance through. And Enzo Durasp able to work this one ahead for USF. Now here's an opportunity. Big pad save by Connor Lee. And the net comes loose.
Lee's looked really strong here in the beginning of this second period. They've gotten a lot of shots on him, even some rebound second chance opportunities. Lee's done a good job stopping them all.
Yeah, he's seen it pretty well. And, you know, sometimes earlier on throughout this season, he struggled with those rebounds, but he looks really, really sharp here in period number 2, able to hold off any of those extra opportunities as he gets a little head tap from Liam Lickeshaw, who will head back into the faceoff dot for Florida. A 2-1 game here, 5 minutes pass by in period number 2. Bulls win the draw. Gators get it right away. It's Ho with a burst of speed. Loses the puck, but his line mate Lickeshaw always on it. Pass for Waivada, a bit behind him. He'll have to push it down low. Back to Lickeshaw. Now it's Noah Horowitz. Tries to find Lickeshaw in front. It's Ho at the point with Horowitz up top. Lickeshaw tripped up, no call. Now McCoy, who does so well from behind the net, gets a pass back to Waivada. Horowitz plays it off the boards. And he will turn it over. But Gators get it right back. Here's Horowitz with a burst of speed. Fires off the post.
Went off the post and hit the goalie in the back. Couldn't find its way to the net. Hit everything except passing the line.
Gators still have possession here. Noah Horowitz fires one through, but it's blocked by a body in front. Once again, the Gators hold the zone. What pressure here from the top line. And finally, USF able to get it clear. Gators are tired. Makes a move past Horowitz. Once again, Owen Waivada with his stick in the right place, able to break this play up. and work USF back out to center.
Wayzata having a great game thus far. Doing it on both sides of the ice, showing the physicality on the defensive end. He also probably has 5-6 shots on goal in this one already. A really strong showing from Wayzata so far.
Yeah, and defensemen, you don't always find those metrics. They're not going to come up on the score sheet, but it's stuff that when you watch these games, you know that he's the one out there making an impact as there's a big hit along the near boards.
On cue, Owen Wayzata.
And off that hit, it looks like a downed player for USF. That's Mario Cavallaro.
Yeah, he's a little slow to get up. Play will stop.
It was a big hit, but a slow one, it looked like, from Wayzata. Kind of let his body fall onto him
Looks
on
like
the way down.
Cavallaro's getting up and leaving the ice on his own power. That's something you like to see.
Absolutely, and he'll get an ovation from a big crowd here in the Igloo. A lot of Bulls fans, a lot of Gators fans here to pink the rink for Hockey Fights Cancer Night here in Jacksonville.
Yeah, when you have a team right here in your backyard, USF in Tampa, Gators up in Gainesville, not too far of a drive for these fans to come up and support their team. So a little bit of green and gold in the stands right now, definitely overpowered by the orange and blue, but USF fans travel well.
And a penalty is called. I missed that one in the scrum there. Owen Welch, a starting D-man on this roster for USF, will find the box. We'll get that for you in just a moment. Again, kind of outside of the play at hand. Here's a battle for it in the corner. Gators power play going to work. Owen Welch called for an unsportsmanlike conduct as Keegan Lampinen tries to find a lane. That one will bounce off the stick of Jacob Duhame. Here's a chance for Florida. McCoy to Lakeshwa, to Horowitz. Fires, scores! Gators up by 2. It's a power play goal.
Gators picking up right where they left off on Friday night. Another power play goal here, 3 on Friday night. Noah Horowitz fired it from up top. Looks like Michael McCoy got the tip on it, and it went bar down. A beautiful Bar Mexico shot right there. And here we go. The Gators extend their lead.
Yeah, they take advantage. And Mikey McCoy, what a stick in front, just pestering in front of Lennox, and then a nice shot from Horowitz doing what he does best, moving that puck around smoothly, getting it right to the front. And Mikey McCoy takes a bounce off the blade. And it's 3-1 Gators, a power play goal here for Florida in period number 2. 12:25 to go in the second frame. Bulls down 2. And they'll win the draw and take it back into their own defensive end. Gators giving chase that top line. Some really good work on the power play. Now that second line out here for Florida. A nice move. And just able to get a shot off is Evan Edwards, or Keegan Lampinen, pardon me. Now the Bulls heading the other way. Little drop pass intercepted by Mikey Katz. Tries to work it out to the blue line. Keegan Lampinen didn't have his head turned around in time. Bulls hold the zone. Here's a chance in front. Lee gets the pad out. Ripping shot is blocked in front by Matty Burkle-Jasek. Pardon the voice crack.
Lee did a good job on that one, giving him nothing to shoot at, stepping up and challenging him.
Now here's a chance ahead. Nice stick. Will get a clean breakaway in front and scores.
That was a nice play by Mikey Katz, not giving up on the play. He kind of lost control of it for a second there, but he followed up his own shot, put back his own rebound, and extends the Gators' lead to 3. It's the usual suspects right now. Mikey Katz has 2 in this period, and Michael McCoy has 1.
And I think a lot of that goes back to what Keegan Lampinen did there. Pokes the stick away from his defender and then catches Mikey Katz, who was flying up the ice, which he does so well. But that really goes to his line mate as well with that assist that set up the opportunity for such a lethal goal scorer, and he does what he does. 4-1 Gators here in period number 2. High flying action from the home team in pink today.
Yeah, 3 unanswered to start this second period. Momentum starting to shift into the Gators' favor.
Bulls will flip it in. Trying to find a pass through was Tyler Stowe, unable to do so. Nice job holding the zone, or almost. Enzo Duras just can't do it.
Yeah, back to that goal real quick. As you mentioned about Keegan Lampinen, everyone doing their part on that goal. First, breaking the puck out of the defensive end, finding Lampinen in center ice. Lampinen taking the defender to him, leaving the puck there for Katz. Katz had a free way to the net, and he took it in, and he took care of business, scoring that goal, extending the Gators' lead to 3.
Gators able to win the draw. Now behind goal, Lee plays it for his D-man. Ho, unable to corral it. Now it's Erich. Trying to find a passing lane. He'll drop it off. And that one will get by.
Yeah.
And here's a chance through the middle.
Kind of just hopped over his stick that time, did the USF defender.
Ho pushes it in down low for Cole Rosen. Here's a pass through the middle from Ho, but cannot find a recipient. And Horowitz will get it down low. Gators get a change. Max Tellap gains the zone for Florida. Big Josh Weinstein battling in the corner alongside Tyler Cook. Mad dash for the puck. Bartlett gets it back behind the cage. Horowitz holds the zone.
Puck had some airtime on that one.
Yeah, just avoids the scaffolding and stays in play. Bulls clear for a moment. Gators right back on the attack. That one goes off the skate. And a big hit along the boards. Bartlett tries to put one in front. Now here's an opportunity. Nice move. Horowitz across to the left wing, firing. That one blocked in front. Noah Horowitz. Pass is intercepted, and a firing shot is gloved down by Lee. Jacob Horowitz takes a spill. And off a big hit.
They'll have some words here in center ice. A little, hey, how you doing after the big hit.
And I think that was Jack Fleer from Lutz, Florida, number 24 for the Bulls. A clean hit at center ice, or in the center of the offensive zone. Nothing will come of it, just a few words. Hey, how are you? Gators win the draw. Zelmansky back behind the net for the captain, Burkle Jasek. He gets it ahead with a big stretch pass, but takes a USF bounce. McCoy bogged down on the blue line. Here's a rush for Florida. A nice job to get the shot off. Now here's another one in front, and that one will head out of play off the shot from Burkle Jasek.
I like the idea from Lickeshaw that time. He was trying to get a tip on it, deflect it towards the net. He got a little bit too much of a tip on it, and it deflected up and out of play, but I like the thought process in front from Liam Lickeshaw. And same thing from Burkle Jasek, shooting from the point, shooting low for sticks in front, trying to get a tip, trying to get a deflection. So good little 1-2 there from Burkle Jasek and Lickeshaw.
Hey, listen, sticks with what works. That was one of the reasons that you're leading by 3 goals right now. Some good deflections in front, well-positioned bodies. And now it's a 4-1 game after heading into this period tied at 1 apiece. It's McCoy behind the net. And a nice battle won by the Bulls. Shy Haley. We'll work it out. Now a battle along the blue line, 5-on-5. Zelmansky able to win that one. Avoiding the hit there is McCoy. Ho trying to wait for his man, a bit patient. And it works out in his favor. Now back onto the puck as he's bullied off of it. Takes a big hit along the boards. Ho once again coming out of it with possession. Drops it there. And flipped out of play. Good eye from the ref there. Coach and staff from Florida calling it out as that one touched the outside boards.
I like what Ho did on that last shift. He was getting roughed up in the corner, but he positioned himself really close along, basically touching the boards. This way, when the defender came in and tried to hit him, there was not really much he could get in, no room for him to really let him in right there. So I liked what I saw body positioning-wise on the boards from Nicholas Ho.
Yeah, did a really good job there. One of the smaller guys on the roster, but one that really makes an impact on that top line, especially alongside McCoy and Lakeshwa. And now a line with equally as potent scoring with Katz and Lampinen on the wing and the two-way Evan Edwards centering it.
Yeah, the perfect balance on that line. You got goal scorers and Katz and Lampinen, and then as you mentioned, the guy that gets it done on both sides of the ice, Evan Edwards in the middle.
Now here's a shot for Florida, broken up by the Bulls. Lampinen tries to get a stick on it and corral, cannot do so. Dustin Holtberg called for an unsportsmanlike conduct earlier on in the period. Evan Edwards pushes it in deep for Mikey Katz. Shakes off a body. Florida cannot control. USF back out to center. It's a pass through the middle for Holtberg. Pass across, finds a body. Grant Dietz still able to get a shot off. But Connor Lee says no once again.
Yeah, but Gators doing a good job thus far containing Grant Dietz. He's a dangerous player, as we mentioned in our open and kind of touched on throughout the entirety of the game. But so far, nothing really to show for it. First goal was by Tyler Stowe, so he doesn't have a goal so far, and thus far doing a pretty good job keeping him on the outside, not letting him generate those scoring opportunities that he usually does.
So a center ice face-off with 6:27 to go in period number 2. Gators win the draw, immediately dumped down. Rossi, Bartlett are in the battle for the puck. There's Waivada. Rossi a pass in front. And this one will head back out to the neutral zone. That one bounces off the body. Looked like the back of Erich. Gave the Gators possession for just a moment. Nice pick off there by Waivada. Pass, fire, wide. Real good chance there between 13 and 24. Tries to wrap it around there. Now here's Waivada, circling, firing wide once again.
Waivada's just letting them fly here tonight. I like it a lot.
Now here's a shot from Rossi's blocked. And Waivada lays the boom, but now an opportunity for the Bulls the other way. Pass across on the 2-on-1 is way too far for Erich. Now they'll have to set up as the Gators get back.
It looks like Waivada was called for a penalty as well on that one.
So a delayed penalty for USF, looking for a chance here. Nice move by Erich to get around Horowitz. But nothing will come out of it. Whistle blows as the Gators touch the puck. 5 minutes to go in period number 2. Gators will head to the penalty kill.
Looks like they're going to get Waivada for head contact, it looks like. Not 100% sure if that was the call, but looks like it's going to be a 2-minute penalty for Waivada, and USF will hop back on the power play.
Bulls win the draw here on the power play. Indirect contact to the head is the call against Waivada. So 2 minutes for that. And Gators once again down one of their best D-man on the penalty kill. Hasn't bit them so far throughout this game, but USF deep in their position here. Here's Dietz firing through bodies, cannot get it through to Connor Lee. This one will head all the way down as the Gators get a clear. And here's Max Olenek in on that puck.
Olynyk in the last couple of weeks has established himself as one of the better penalty killers on this Gators team, getting a lot of run.
A real strong defensive forward. Someone Paul Maurice might like to have on his team, as the Bulls once again setting up here. Some nice positioning, but this one is broken up by Florida. They might have some numbers if they can get it to go their way. Nice glove down there by Josh Weinstein, and that looks like it's got to be interference.
Looks like they might take them both.
I mean, that looked like a clear breakaway opportunity, broken up with interference. Josh Weinstein was fought off the puck and then was not able to get back to the puck. We'll see what the call is on Weinstein. It's going to be a clear interference on number 9, Owen Welch, who will head back to the box for another time this game.
Yeah, Berkel Jasek trying to plead Weinstein's case right now.
It looks like Weinstein, who was just taller than Owen Welch, was trying to kind of get his body over and in front of him. Looks like they might call something to that extent. And we'll wait for it, but it looks like this could be a 4-on-3 for Florida, or for USF, pardon.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate, but it could have been when he was trying to get around the interference call, he may have gotten his stick up high or something along those lines. But nonetheless, yes, it's going to be a 2-minute call on Weinstein.
And it'll be 4-on-3 hockey until Waivada clears out of the box. USF currently leading in shots on goal, 26-24, a slight edge in that department, and yet still trailing 3 goals in this one with under 4 to go here in period number 2. They have a good opportunity here with a 4-on-3. Looks like the Gators will just try and skate this one out as long as they possibly can until Waivada able to get out of the box and make it even strength 4-on-4 hockey. And Jamie, you were correct. A high sticking call on Weinstein and interference, as we assumed, on Welch.
So yeah, it looks like the Welch and Weinstein penalty will cancel out, as you just mentioned. 5-on-4 hockey. Bulls
trying to get something going with a man advantage on the ice.
Waivada getting ready to come back onto the ice here as his penalty comes to a close. Gators do a good job of killing that one off.
And Waivada able to get back out onto the ice. Will instantly head back over to the bench. Nice battle along the boards there. Sets up Evan Edwards, and a pass goes right through the skates of Mikey Katz. A great opportunity for the Gators.
Yeah, Edwards may have had a little bit more time than he thought on that one. Could have set up a little bit of a better pass for Katz in front, but still a really nice play from Lampinen forcing the turnover.
Yeah, honestly, they could have had a shooting lane there, and it looks like Evan Edwards was tripped up. And that will take Tyler Stowe to the box.
Stowe, the goal scorer right now for USF, but he finds his way to the penalty box right now. Looks like it's going to be a cross-checking penalty on Tyler Stowe. And now the Gators will hop on the man advantage.
And here's a big chance for Florida to kind of put that arm out a little bit, get a little bit more distance between them and this very dangerous Bulls offense. With 2 minutes and 31 seconds left to go in the period, 2 full minutes on the power play coming up. Top line on for Florida. McCoy able to muscle his way to that puck off the wing. And Gators will corral it back in their defensive zone. Almost a takeaway there from the Bulls. Now here's Michael McCoy trying to find a lane. He'll put the brakes on, pass it back to the point for Noah Horowitz. Now it's Keegan Lampinen. Dancing, pass back to Horowitz. Across for Likashwa. Horowitz fires high. And a bouncing puck will be flipped up and out by the Bulls. And now here's a nice opportunity. A good breakaway chance, but stopped by Connor Lee, stonewalled in the net. Now here's a chance for Florida the other way. A pass in front from Horowitz. Now it's Katz. Minute to go on the power play. Katz fires, glove save, Lennox.
Yeah, nice save that time from Lennox, but a minute ago, huge save from Connor Lee. He's been strong all game so far, stopping that breakaway opportunity a moment ago. Lee, credit to him in net so far. He's been solid, holding things down on the defensive end for the Gators.
Keegan Lampinen will be coming up for Swamp Slapshot, another episode of our weekly podcast series on the Orange and Blue Sports Network, so stay tuned for the second intermission. Gators right back on it on the power play. Berkey fires, that one goes off a body in front, and he'll have to play this one back out to the neutral zone. Minute to go in the period. Telab slows it down. Gets it back to the point. Pass across for Evan Edwards. Pass in front. Mikey Katz is denied at the doorstep. Now it's Telab. And ho, everybody's in on the action, but nobody can get a shot to get through. Berkey will set up Horowitz for Waivada, pardon, on the left wing. Drop pass. Back to Waivada. Now Berkel Jasek with a lane. Fires, save. Lennox. 3 seconds to go. One more opportunity here for Florida, and it's blocked away. The shot from Berkey. 25 seconds to go in the period. Gators hold the zone. Evan Edwards trying to chase this one down.
Wow, what a goaltending display that time from Lennox. Able to stop that flurry of chances from Florida, but they're right back on it.
Evan Edwards fires. That one saved by Lennox as well. 10 seconds to go in the period. And USF one more quick rush. It's Dietz. He's got some space. Fires, save Lee. And the Gators able to clear it. And no damage done. But the Gators put 3 on the board in period number 2. It's a 4-1 lead heading into the second intermission. Jamie, a lot of action in that period. We'll come back and talk a little bit more about it, but what'd you see from the Gators there?
I mean, they looked great. Gators came out in that second period, and after that first period, things were kind of looking pretty evenly matched. They went both ways. In that second period, it looks like the Gators kind of stepped into the driver's seat a little bit, scoring on the power play. They had the Michael McCoy tip goal early in that period as well, and they didn't look back, and here now they lead 4-1.
So we will head to the intermission report coming up. Swamp Slapshot with the one, the only Keegan Lampinen, number 34 in pink today. We'll send it to that right now and be back with an interview and then back in action for period number 3. You're watching Florida Gators hockey on the Orange and Blue Sports Network.
This is the Orange and Blue Sports Network, the official broadcast provider of Florida Gators club hockey. All season long, OBSN will have you covered both on and off the ice. This is Swamp Slapshot with Jamie Goldman and Rob Russo on the Orange and Blue Sports Network.
Welcome into this edition of Swamp Slapshot. I'm Jamie Goldman alongside Rob Russo. As always, our player guest today, sophomore Keegan Lampinen from Tampa, Florida. Keegan, what's going on? Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, no, let's have some fun here today. So let's start with the good. You guys are coming off a weekend sweep, Alabama and Auburn, 3 wins. What was it like to get up there and finally, get some wins, get the losing streak done and get back on track a little bit?
It was definitely a much-needed weekend there. It was great to go out, get those wins, get the points that we needed, and it was a good battle. Alabama was a close game, 5-4. Then we did really good against Auburn, beat them pretty well both games. It was a good weekend, something we definitely needed.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that Alabama game. You said it was 5-4. I was kind of tracking the score a little bit. It was like back and forth for a while. Then it was 4-4, and then you guys won it in the last couple minutes. So kind of take me through that game and that experience.
Yeah, it was a pretty close game towards the end, during the third period. I'm pretty sure we were up 4-2, and they scored 2 quick ones. So it was tied with about a minute and a half left, and then we had Mikey Katz go and score a huge goal for us at the very end. It was phenomenal too. It was a very skillful Like just went through like
Wouldn't
3
expect anything
defenders.
less, you know?
Exactly. Definitely what you would expect out of them. But yeah, it was definitely an exciting game. Definitely, something that we were obviously working really hard to get the win under us after, the rough start. But yeah, it was a hard-fought game. It's definitely, you could see that we wanted it. You know, we definitely went out there, worked hard, and we got paid off for it for sure.
Love that.
Yeah, and then you guys kept it going. 2 games at Auburn after that, came out with 2 wins there. What'd you see? What improvements did you make for those games? Again, you went into Alabama, you had that losing streak, you were able to get a really gritty, hard-fought win there, and it looks like you kind of came out firing on all cylinders against Auburn.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, we slowed the game down more. We started working towards our strengths. I feel like before the games, we just kind of were making silly mistakes, making passes, making plays that we just really didn't need to be making, mistakes that, we're better than. But for these games, we really dialed it in, like really focused on, what we do best, and we just really hit that hard, and it worked out for us.
Yeah.
So I know you guys usually, like for your home games at least, you guys travel kind of on your own. Did you guys take a team bus to this one?
Yeah,
or?
we did. I more or less every time we go out of state, at the very least, or any sort of long road trip, we'll take a bus, so we don't have to be driving 7-8 hours on our own.
So it's probably a good little team bonding experience having to, stay on the bus with all the boys and get up there and then come back. And
yeah, no, it's definitely the bus rides are fun.
Yeah.
We all get, like you said, a bunch of team bonding.
Yeah.
Like everyone's talking the whole time. Like I think it's really beneficial for us.
What do you guys do on the bus? You guys kind of just hang out, or is there anything specific you guys do to pass the time? Or
it depends. I know, like on the way back, everyone's tired.
Yeah.
So most guys are sleeping. Towards the beginning, like on the way up there, usually we go pretty early, so everyone's kind of to wake up a bit. People got homework to do because it's still a Friday. People still got schoolwork going on.
Yep.
But yeah, for the most part, people are just either sleeping, doing school, or just hanging out, talking. Just being buddies.
Probably a fun one after this weekend, after 3 wins, kind of getting back on track this weekend.
Yeah, no, it was a fun bus ride going back for sure.
Yeah.
Bit louder than the one back from Knoxville, I would say.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely a different just atmosphere overall. Right. Yeah.
So did you guys get to check out any of the campuses while you were up there? I know you went to Alabama and Auburn. So
yeah, unfortunately we weren't able to check out Alabama, but we were able to see Auburn after the game on Saturday. We just went out, saw the campus. We saw their tradition of toilet papering their trees after winning a football game.
Dude, we were just talking about that. That's crazy. I didn't know they did that.
I'm not sure why they do it. I don't know the history behind it, but I mean, it was cool to see.
Wait, you guys got to see it in action? Like, did they win this past weekend? Or?
Yeah, they did win it. We didn't see them physically throwing it up, but when we got there, we saw the trees covered.
Wow. That's crazy. I don't know how I'd feel about that here. I'm glad the Gators don't do that kind of stuff.
Me too. But let them do them, I guess.
Yeah, I guess do your thing, Auburn. Do your thing. So, So, I kind of want to know a little bit about you. So you had a monster year last year. 25 goals, 22 assists, 47 points. One of the leaders on the team points-wise in your freshman year. How did you kind of come in and just kind of start making an impact right off the bat?
Yeah, I mean, I've just been doing what I've been doing my whole life. I've been a hockey player since I can remember. So I just went in there, did what I'm used to doing, and thankfully I have a decent skill set, from just working all these years, and I just used that, and it turned out pretty good for me and for the rest of the team.
Yeah, for sure. We saw that a lot last year. So, we were talking a little bit before the pod. You're from Tampa. You're a Lightning fan. Is there any specific player that maybe you've modeled your game after, or like your favorite player or something like that growing up?
I would say my favorite player growing up, I kind of have to split it between Stamkos and St. Louis.
Okay.
Those were just the 2 idols just when I was younger, being a Bolts fan. They were just the top 2 guys.
Yeah.
They were always leading the pack there. So I definitely say those are my 2 idols, looking up to them.
Got you. So thoughts on Stammer in Nashville? I saw he just came back to Tampa.
Well, we did get the win off of them. So
did they?
We did.
Okay.
I think it was in overtime too.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It just doesn't look right.
I know.
Stamkos in that
weird.
yellow in Nashville. I don't know. I think he belongs in Tampa.
I agree. It was definitely weird to see him on the other side for sure.
But they did a nice little tribute for him. I saw they put together a nice tribute video for him. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a couple games coming up. We got a bit of a break right now before this, and then we'll head on the road now right to Lakeland to play Florida Southern. So how are you guys heading into that one? I know you have some more in-state competition, USF, to follow that the week after, right? Heading into that. More juice behind those games? You know some of those guys on those teams?
Yeah, a couple guys. I know we're going into those games very optimistically, those games that we should win. So we're definitely going in there with, like the urgency to go out, make those good wins, just, go hard and just, just compete. Like I said, we're optimistic about it. So we're going in with a good mentality, and I know we're going to go in and get the job done.
Did you guys play them last year? I don't remember.
Florida Southern, we did not.
Okay, you don't, because I always like to know about like Embry-Riddle. It's a crazy environment, you know, and like how these kind of teams kind of compare. So I don't know. We'll have to see with Florida Southern in a couple weeks from now. So let's talk about Keegan Lampin off the ice a little bit. So everyone that comes on this pod gets this question at some point. So the rink is closed. All the homework is done. You got nothing going on. What is Keegan Lampin doing on a day off?
On a day off, honestly, first and foremost, I just like to relax, just take it easy. If I do come across a day off, I think that's definitely something that, I'll look forward to for sure.
Kind of doing fun.
Kicking back, relaxing, just hanging out with buddies.
Yep.
If I don't have any schoolwork or anything to do, just sit down, hang with all the guys. Just chill out, more or less.
Guy's just a bro. That's
exactly.
all. That's all it
is. Pretty much.
That's all it is. I love that.
So you're in a frat with a whole bunch of the guys on the team. Yeah. How has that been? You think you guys got some extra chemistry because you spent a lot more time off the ice?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely. I personally love it having the guys there for the hockey team, and then also for the fraternity. I get to see them a whole lot more than even the other guys. So you definitely create some sort of bond. There's definitely a little bit more chemistry between there. It definitely helps us in our game too, just having that extra buddy chemistry going on.
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, especially, we talk about it. You guys have to practice so far away. Any extra chemistry's got to help,
Yeah, so, sure.
But we'll go a little bit more into how you started playing hockey, how you grew up playing hockey. Tampa kid. You said you played for the Alliance. I know this is a little bit more Jamie's territory. I played up in the Northeast, so I don't really know too much about it. But give us a little breakdown of how and when you started playing and kind of your journey through it.
Yeah, so I started playing. It's actually a pretty crazy story. So when my youngest brother was born, we had to hire a nanny just because my parents are working. We were old enough then to be a preschool or kindergarten, and the nanny that we hired for my brother turned out to be a figure skating coach.
Oh, wow.
And then also on top of that, my father owns a auto body shop that is right across from the Brandon Ice Rink. So we kind of took that as an opportunity, be like, okay, she's a figure skating coach, and I have an older sister.
Right.
And so then she started taking lessons with her, and she still figure skates to this day. And then she was doing that, so then I tried it out. And I just started skating, eventually went into the mini mites, just the very, very start of it. And to be honest, I just kind of fell in love with it. It was just a great time going out there, and I just continued working at it. Just growing up, I was trying every sport. I've played baseball, football, all of that. But hockey's just really the one that stuck, and that's the one that I just kept working at. And I'm glad I stuck with it because it's turned out phenomenal for me. I love playing it, and it's a pretty great.
Yeah, awesome. And you played with the same club pretty much your whole life?
Yeah, where I started off just playing, when you're younger, you just play for, that team wasn't a thing yet, I guess, at that age. So I started off playing for the Junior Bulls out of Brandon.
Yep.
And then I moved to the Florida Alliance, started playing. I played there for years. I can't give you an exact number, but it was a very long time. And we were pretty successful there. During my 15-0 year, we actually went to the finals of nationals, and we lost to Honey Bake there. But that was that was a pretty crazy run. We almost got the win there, but bummed that we didn't. But still, that was
That's
just
definitely
a crazy experience, crazy time. But yeah, Florida Alliance, it's what I've been playing essentially my entire life, and it's been great to me before coming here.
There you go.
So your sister figure skates, you probably spent a lot of time at the rink just kind of waiting around for her or her waiting around for you. It seems like the whole family kind of just bought into, okay, we're spending time at the rink here. You know, sister's a figure skater, you're the hockey player, and then you got the dad running the auto body shop right across from the rink. That kind of just works out, right?
Exactly, yeah. That's why it's just such a crazy, like, it was almost too perfect for it to happen.
It just made sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And then you fell in love with the game, so it worked out.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, how many siblings do you have? I know you mentioned the older sister.
Yeah, I have 3. I have 2 younger brothers and an older sister.
Wow, a big family.
Yeah,
Big family. So, what are the age differences between you guys?
My sister is about a year and a half older than me. She's a junior right now. She goes to Notre Dame.
Okay. Still figure skating?
Yeah, still figure
skating.
skating.
Do it competitively, or?
They have like a club up there.
Okay.
She used to be. She's pretty good.
Yeah.
But for being a figure skater, if you're going to be like competitive, serious, you essentially have to be like at an Olympic level. Like you have to be crazy good. But she's very solid. I know for the figure skating club up there, they go and travel. They do competitions.
Awesome.
So she's still going at it, and I hear she's doing pretty good.
There you go.
And then for my brothers, it's essentially like more or less a 2-year difference.
Okay.
Each way down.
Got
so
it.
right now, one of my brothers is a senior in high school.
Okay.
The other one's a sophomore.
And either of them coming here, do you think, or?
I hope so. That'd be great. I know the older one, the senior, he's applied to a few colleges. Applied here, obviously. We're still waiting to hear back.
Just going through that process.
Welcome back to Florida Gators hockey here on the Orange and Blue Sports Network. Rob Russo, Jamie Goldman on the call with you tonight. The Gators came out firing in the second. A 4-1 lead after a tie game heading into the second. 3 unanswered goals. We spoke with goal scorer Mikey Katz in the intermission. We'll send it to it right now.
Here with Michael Katz after the second period. Gators lead at 4-1. Katz had 2 goals in the second period. What did you guys do in between periods to kind of adjust and come out firing in that second period?
I definitely think adjustments in the D zone. We were a little bit sloppy. They have 1 or 2 very good players, and we made sure to stay in front of them, and they can't do anything when we stay in front of those kids. So, yeah.
Yeah, and you guys are looking fly out there right now with the pink unis. You know, it's the Hockey Fights Cancer game. Like, does that give you guys a little bit added juice out there? Like, tell me about the pink jerseys a little bit.
Absolutely. It's for a great cause, so it kind of fires us up a little bit more than extra, so we're showing it out here, yeah.
All right, sounds good. Good luck in the third period.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back here on the Orange and Blue that you just heard from Mikey Katz. We'll send you right into the action with Jamie Goldman here in period number 3.
Cooper takes the puck for USF behind the net. And we are underway here in the third period as Weinstein dumps it in. Gators lead at 4-1 here. Telab takes it behind the net. Gators looking to get back on track. Had a 5-game winning streak entering Friday night's game against USF. Had it snapped as they lost in Tampa to these Bulls 8-5. But singing a different tune here on Sunday, leading 4-1 after 2 periods of play. Mikey Katz, 2 goals in this one. Michael McCoy with 1. And Maxine Telab got us started with goal number 1 back all the way in the first period. As Olenek dumps one in.
And USF on a win streak of their own. 6 wins in a row coming into this game.
So yeah, two of the hottest teams in Florida right now when it comes to college hockey. And it's been every bit as advertised thus far. It's also Pink the Rink night here. It's Hockey Fights Cancer night for the Florida Gators hockey program. Doing a fundraiser where all proceeds go towards UF Health Cancer Center. You can auction off these jerseys that the players are wearing on the ice, the pink jerseys. And if you also just want to send a little donation, you can do that as well. There's a link in our video description on the stream. So USF moving through center ice. Shot blocked by Berkel Jasek. Jasek having a great game on both sides of the ice, getting in on the offense and doing it on the defensive side as well. Likashwa controls. Comes back to center ice. Jasek racing towards it, going step for step with the USF Bull forward. And now it's McCoy.
Great fight there from the cap to hold off a nice opportunity. Had a lot of open ice, but Berkey able to cut him off all the way down to Connor Lee.
So it's Cavallaro settling things down for USF right now. Send it behind the net. Up top. Defenseman shot. Just missed the net. It's Ho for Florida. Finding Likashwa. Pass up to McCoy. McCoy fans on the pass, but gets it right back. So send it down for Likashwa. Back for McCoy. McCoy shoots. Loose in front. And covered.
That's some really, really nice puck tracking by the goaltender for USF, Zach Lennick. Able to follow that one all the way through the crease. He saw that it was loose. There's a lot of sticks in his face, but he's able to get a glove on it and stop the play.
Yeah, in the middle of a change, it was Lampinen, Katz, and McCoy all out there together. A dangerous trio, but Lennick shut it down. As it rims around the wall. USF trying to get back on the scoreboard after that scoreless second period from the Bulls. Comes out to center. It's Lampinen looking for Katz. Tries to headman it up to Katz a little bit too far out in front for him. And it goes deep behind the net. USF moves it to center ice. Horowitz will pin and try to work it free as it's lodged up against the wall right there, trying to kick it forward. And that puck is pretty standing like a statue right now on the boards as finally Horowitz works it free. Curls away from a defender, trying to shake it loose. Can't get it out of the zone, and finally the Gators do. And it's back to center ice. They'll try to reset it to the Bulls. And watch out as a souvenir for a fan as that puck came out of play and almost took someone's head off, but luckily we had an alert crowd here and everyone's okay.
Lands right in her lap, actually. just keeping it not too high, so everyone is all right. But that was almost pretty scary.
that was a little scary here in the bleachers of the Community First Igloo. We almost had an issue, but everything's good, and we resume play here in Florida. It's the Horowitz tandem on defense right now. Jacob and Noah has dropped to Jacob. Makes a move, moving through center with some speed. Putting the moves on is Horowitz. We've seen a lot of that tonight as Edwards takes a shot. Handled well by Lennick.
Gators keeping the pressure on, you know. There was that situation just a few moments ago where that puck was stuck in between a couple skates, and obviously that's going to work to their advantage because it's just killing a couple seconds off the clock in a game where you're up 3 goals. You're trying to secure this win against an in-state rival, but they're going to keep going and attacking on the offensive end.
As a shot by Sam Rossi just misses the net. Right back on it is Rossi. Behind the net is Cole Rosen now as he loses his stick. And USF will try to work it out of the zone. Sent right back in by Waivada. Pinned along the wall. Kelly Bartlett, the former USF Bull, couldn't get a stick on that one as it goes behind the net for Waivada. Chips it up the wall. Couldn't control it is Rossi. Finally, the Gators do get it out to center ice. Sent in by the Bulls, but they were offside, so they had to touch up. Now it's Waivada taking it into the corner. He'll rim it around the wall. Bartlett couldn't control, and it's right back down for Cole Rosen. Rosen finds some open ice. Looking for Waivada. Waivada carrying it through center ice as his teammates all get a change. Fire it right at the referee, and we play on. Gators able to get fresh legs. All 5 swap out. The Bulls moving through center. It's blocked. Telab has it. Sent out to center ice. It's Cooper.
Gators keeping it pretty simple and really sticking to their defensive assignments.
Puck goes behind the net. Telab on it. couldn't get a shot off. And right back to center ice. Intercepted by Berkel Jasek. A great play shutting down that rush and getting one of their own for Florida. And Berkel Jasek, an aggressive pursuit of the puck there, maybe a little bit too aggressive as he's whistled for a penalty. And USF will head right back onto the power play. Berkel Jasek came in like he was shot out of a cannon right there. He was hunting down that defenseman and maybe did a little bit too much in his pursuit. And he's booked for a penalty. It'll be 2 minutes of a Berkel Jasek penalty as he steps into the wrong penalty box. And now he knows where he's at.
Yeah. I mean, the captain, so much speed when he just puts his head down and skates. He's one of the fastest players on this team. I know when we talked to him a little bit in the Swamp Slap Shot episode, he's talking about how he's a bit of an older guy now on this team. He doesn't quite have the step that he used to in his freshman year, but you don't really notice it when he's playing as fast as he does, and when he's especially in a dump and chase, he's always going to be the first guy to that puck.
Yeah, no, he looks like Lightning McQueen sometimes when he's bursting out of that zone trying to chase down that puck. Played up to the point, it's Welch. Moving through center ice, trying to infiltrate that box. Shot on by Dietz, handled by Lee.
A really great game by Lee. Can't put it any simpler than that. He has been very, very solid in net through the first two and through the first almost half of this third and final period. He's controlled his rebounds. He's shut down second chance opportunities. He's had really solid lateral movement. He's tracked the puck well. Just a really good performance and a bounce back one for Connor Lee.
Yeah, 13 minutes left for him to shut the door the rest of the way here for Florida. As it's Welch back up to the point. Working it around the perimeter right now is USF. Dietz will fire one, and it goes off the side of the net. Behind the net is the Bulls again. Back up to Dietz. Trying to set up this power play. This power play runs through Dietz, as we mentioned in our open, and we're seeing that here now. Goes to the corner. Zelmansky is on it. He'll pin. Able to get loose and find Welch. Back up for Dietz. Shoots. Blocked by Wajvada and cleared. Wajvada continues to play well, shutting down that opportunity for USF.
Yeah, really, really impressing. And he's one of the core reasons why USF just really can't get many clean looks in this game.
Right back in the offensive end are the Bulls. Looking for center ice. Couldn't get anything going, though, and the Gators clear once again. This power play is past the halfway mark as Welch will go handle it behind his own net.
Yeah, Cavallaro there banging his stick in the slot, trying to get the pass, but too much time for the Gators as they're able to peek that, jump right in front and cut it off and then get a clear.
Yeah, and they force USF to ice it on their own power play. So this penalty killing unit doing a really good job of limiting the Bulls' chances on the power play. And it'll be an offensive zone draw. The killing unit out there right now for Florida, Lampinen and Edwards up front. And it's the Horowitz tandem on D with Noah and Jacob manning the blue line. And behind the net, USF goes, taking it out with some speed is Cooper, taking the open ice that the Gators are giving him. As Berkel Jasek getting ready to come out of the box here. Just about 3 seconds remaining on his penalty. And Berkel Jasek shot out of a cannon. He's right back into the play. He'll grab a change for some fresh legs. Cooper working it out of his own end for the Bulls. D-to-D pass. It's Ott. Ott will throw it up to center ice. And it'll go all the way down for an icing.
Yeah, and you always love to see the Horowitz brothers manning the blue line together. It's just a really great sight, especially got some family in attendance here today. And, you know, it's good to see them always have great chemistry out there, hold the line very well for Florida. And it's nice to see, especially as a Devils fan. You know, we like to see Jack and Luke out there for the Devils. We're looking to get Quinn there eventually as well. Complete the trio, but you know, nothing better than two brothers on the same squad.
We got our own version of Jack and Luke here on the Florida Gators hockey team. We got Noah and Jacob Horowitz. As the puck goes out to center ice, USF trying to get something going. Gators trying to leave the weekend with a split. as it's Cole Rosen bursting through center ice. Rossi entered the zone a little bit overeager that time, and the Gators whistled for an offsides.
Close one there, but no argument from the Gators as this will halt play just about halfway through. Some really good job by the Gators penalty kill throughout this entire game. I mean, we went into this one talking about how scary this USF power play can be, and they showed it on Friday, but here today, the Gators have really looked to have shut it down as best as they could.
Yeah, and you love to see it on Pink the Rink night here in the Igloo. As we've been kind of touching on all game, the Gators in the pink uniforms, they're on sale, they're on auction, and all proceeds go towards UF Cancer Health. UF Health Cancer Center. As the Gators moving through center ice. Gators doing a good job in this period, kind of just limiting chances from USF, playing a very safe, simple defensive game, not letting USF get to the center and get a lot going.
Yeah, and now when you're in the driver's seat fully and comfortably, now you can just kind of sit back, coast not too much. You know, this team can score very, very quickly. USF was in a tie game with Florida on Friday with less time on the clock than there is now, and they ended up winning by 3 goals. But now the Gators can try and play a little bit more keep away with the puck and just try and drain a little bit of clock.
10:46 remaining in this third period as Telab takes it along the wall, looking for Olenek in front. Olenek couldn't get a stick on it. And now rims around the wall. Telab will bounce it forward for Weinstein, 2-on-1 with Olenek. Olenek pass was just behind him, but the Gators able to keep it in the offensive zone as Horowitz races in and keeps it in. A nice shot from Horowitz, but an even better save by Olenek. It's a little slow moving after that save. The refs will come on check on him.
Yeah, it was down low, pretty close, hugging that right post of the net in a little tight spot there, try and make that save, but he gets up all right.
Yeah, the USF netminder will remain in the net. He's played pretty solid in this one. Couple second chance opportunities that weren't really his fault. And then the McCoy goal came on a tip as well. Another really tough play to stop. Other than that, he's been pretty strong. As Horowitz makes a nice move, flips it towards the net. Horowitz showing the hands in this game. And an arm goes up. The Gators we get a power play. Loose in front. They score! They wave it off. They waved that one off. It looked pretty clean to me. Liam Lickeshaw had an opportunity. The rule on a delayed penalty is that the opposing team has to get possession and control of that puck in order for it to be played dead. It looked like to me they kind of just got a tip of the puck on it. Didn't look like possession and control to me. However, that's what the referees ruled, and the Gators will have to settle for just a power play instead of a goal, and hopefully they'll be able to capitalize on that power play.
Yeah, definitely a frustrating one for Florida and definitely frustrating for Liam Lickeshaw, who puts that one home. But after the whistle sounds, go back to Jacob Horowitz on that one. He really gets it started. Again, this is not a guy that we have seen throughout this season that is used to jumping into play, kind of taking the place of a winger, getting down low, getting aggressive with the puck, moving towards the goal. But something is off today. Something's a little different about him, and in the best way possible, as he makes a nasty move. And that time he actually did have a really clean lane to the net. Was guarded away well by Olenek, but just love what I see from him today.
Yeah, nice stop on Olenek. He made the move to make it one-on-one with him and Olenek, and he tried to put it past him. Olenek shut it down, as it'll be a power play, as it's Cowles who got the penalty for USF, a high sticking call, and the Gators will hop on another power play.
And you could tell they're definitely going to be eager to score on this one now.
As it's McCoy. McCoy trying to get a quick one on that power play. Blockered away.
Great movement here by Florida.
And that one just skidded outside of the zone, and it'll go for an offsides.
Yeah, I like the play there from Lampinen, though. You get a whistle out of it, not the end of the world, but extends that stick pretty much as far as he can, tries to push the puck back into the zone, but just gets over the blue line for an icing.
Face-off won by the Gators. Back to Horowitz. Over to Lampinen. Quickly play it up to McCoy, who will send it to center. Over to Katz. Katz back for McCoy. And the Gators are set up. It's Lampinen. Back for McCoy. Top of the circle. Looking for Noah Horowitz. Back down for Lampinen. Lampinen moving through center. Throws it in front. And USF will get it clear to center ice. Horowitz will leave it for Lampinen. USF will send it into the defensive end for Florida. And Lickeshaw will head the other way. It's Lampinen now. Curls back. Sends it down low. Back up for Lampinen. Defender all over him. Lampinen able to shake free. Shot. Stopped.
And two Bulls without their sticks there go flying in that play. It looks like trying to have an argument that might have been ripped away from him a little bit, but no call from the official. A nice chance there from Florida as you know, two guys down on a power play without their stick, but shooting it right in the belly.
42 seconds left on this power play as the second unit steps onto the ice. It's Berkel Jasek looking for Wajvada. Back to Berkel Jasek, shoot one high, and now it's Edwards. Back down for Ho, back for Edwards. Little give and go there, and now it's Berkel Jasek. For Wajvada. Wajvada circles, sends it cross ice to the center. It's Telab. Telab looking for number 2 on that one, just misfired. Back down for Telab. 3 seconds left on the power play as Cowell steps out of the box and jumps right into the play. Gators still possess the puck here, and it'll get sent out to center ice. The Gators will have to reset.
Yeah, didn't get a goal there, but I love the effort from power play 1 and the power play 2.
It was a great chance that time, shut down by the offsides call. It was Edwards and Telab, two players that have very similar games. Defensive forwards do a good job in the face-off circle. They had a 2-on-1 opportunity right there, but entered a little bit quick, and it was offsides. Face-off won by the Bulls. Weinstein able to get his body in the way of that one. As it's dumped into the corner, it's Horowitz. Chipped off the glass, kept in by the Bulls, and it rims behind the net. Zelmansky looking for Weinstein. Weinstein, good patience in that defensive end, but some USF Bulls are right on him, not letting him get the puck out of the zone. Horowitz behind the net, he'll shake a defender. Looking for Weinstein. Weinstein will play it off the wall. Gators having a hard time getting the puck out of the zone right now as Weinstein's on him. No call, and it goes to the corner. Finally able to get it out of the zone are the Gators. Weinstein is on it in the offensive end. He'll stop on a dime, curl back, throw it in front. And now it's Olenek, sends it up top for Horowitz. He'll shoot one wide of the net, rims all the way up top. Zelmansky keeps it in and continues to keep it in. Zelmansky finding a forward in front, skipped just over Weinstein's stick. And now it's behind the net. USF now trying to get it out of their defensive end. Right back on it. Weinstein shoots one, and it's covered up for a whistle.
Yeah, good work here from the Gators. I think one of the biggest things that I've been able to take away from today's game is that the passing has looked a lot better between these guys. I mean, we talked about it. They're not practicing as much as some other teams, especially on the D1 level with rinks a bit closer to them. And so that stuff, that chemistry has to be worked out more so on the ice in game time situations. And now, as we're later in the season, we're starting to see a lot of that chemistry start to form.
As McCoy has it behind the net. Was looking for someone in front, couldn't find Ho. And it goes around for Horowitz up top. He'll shoot. And he'll play it to the wall. Arm in the air for an icing. Horowitz will track it down, and it'll be another offensive zone draw for the Gators. Gators lead it 4-1, 5:45 remaining in the third period. Trying to get to that finish line and split 1-1 over the weekend with USF.
I mean, listen, if you're USF, right, you came into this game knowing that Lennox has a 4.0 GAA. He gave you what you expected out of this one. You had to get more past Connor Lee, and they haven't done so far.
As Horowitz fires one to the net, Ho controls the rebound, and now it's McCoy. Battling for it. Up top for Waivada. He'll smartly play it right back down for Ho. McCoy turns around and shoots. It's still loose in front. McCoy right back on it. Noah Horowitz shot, tipped on the way. Somehow still stopped. And now it's Horowitz, over for Waivada. Waivada will send it right back down. Gators continue the cycle. And now it's Liam Lickeshwa, back up for Waivada. He'll shoot one towards the net, blocked by the captain. And now it's Lickeshwa again. Pressure starting to build here as Lickeshwa gets hit down. And he also loses his stick on that play. Thrown in front for Waivada. Waivada couldn't get it on net. And now it's Lickeshwa again. He'll send it into the corner. Rimmed around the wall. Horowitz picks it up. Throws it in front. McCoy fanned on the one-timer. Still kept in the zone, though. And finally, USF able to get it out to center ice. It's Holtberg. Right back on it are the Gators. Edwards to Katz. Katz will go play it on the wall. Katz sent to the ice. Back on it are the Bulls. Bulls having a really hard time getting anything going on the offensive side as Katz joins on the rush again. It's Edwards, drops for Katz. And covered in front as two players took care of Michael Katz there. Katz roughed them up on the way up now, and here we go. Referees step in and diffuse that situation that was boiling a little bit. Katz took a little bit of offense to, two USF Bulls kind of sending him to the ground a little bit. Katz is still riled up as the referee trying to grab him and just kind of shut down this conversation that's continuing all the way through the box.
And listen, I completely understand it. I think that that's a warranted reaction from Katz, who gets taken out of the play by two guys at the same time. They don't really let him get up and get back into the play. And then after the whistle, kind of continues after that. Yeah, I might be on his side here.
Hey, we know we have Michael Katz's back up here in the Orange and Blue Sports Network, as they're still talking through the penalty boxes right now. Tyler Stowe has his helmet off, and looks like these two are going to be sent off the ice completely. So Stowe getting sent to the locker room, Katz getting sent to the locker room. The referees are having none of it. And a Bull and a Gator will both step into the box right now to serve those penalties for the aforementioned Stowe and Katz. It's going to be Kelly Bartlett serving the penalty right now for the Gators. Still talking about this right now are the referees, with the captain, Aaron Cholewa, and then Matthew Burkle-Jasek representing the Florida Gators side of things. And it looks like we finally got things figured out. And we're ready to take the draw here in the Igloo. It'll be 4-on-4 hockey for the time being. 2 minutes up on the score sheet right now. So it'll be 2 minutes of 4-on-4 hockey here at the Igloo after the Katz and Stowe coincidental penalties. So he loses his stick, and Zelmansky hits him in the corner, and it'll be another penalty right now. Zelmansky gets up. and jumps right into the face of the man who hit him. Zelmanski's still running his mouth a little bit, but that's nothing new. So he picks up his stick, and we try to figure things out here. It looks like Zelmanski's going to get booked for a penalty right now, and it doesn't look like we're going to be taking a bull with him as well. And look at this, the referee stepping outside, and he kicked out a fan, I think. Well, we truly have seen it all here at the Igloo this season, as the referee just stepped off the ice and made a notion to the crowd for a moment. We have a fan walking out of the stadium, as the referees, when we say zero tolerance, we mean zero tolerance right now from the referees.
Arguably, we're so back.
We're going to be on our best behavior here in the broadcast booth the rest of the way. We don't want to be the next ones sent off the ice here in the Igloo, as USF will have a 4-on-3 power play. Connor Lee couldn't get over to that one. I was ready to call that one an incredible save from Connor Lee. He was a split second late on it, and USF cuts the Gators' lead to 2 and capitalize on the flurry of penalties that we just saw. And it'll be 3:29 remaining in this third period, and that opens the door a little bit for a USF comeback.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you said, Connor Lee just a second off of that one. I mean, he got all the way across. That's great lateral movement from Connor Lee, which I highlighted before. He got over for that. Really nothing that he could do there, wide open on the other side. The pass was able to get through. That's on the defense, 100%.
Yeah.
But that was a really, really nice battle back there from Connor Lee to try and get to the other side. But yeah, as you said, this opens up a potential opportunity for USF. Now they have a chance to pull the goalie and try and net 2 with 3 minutes to go in the game.
So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that USF cage if they look to get an extra skater here in the final couple of minutes of this game.
It's still 4-on-4 right now, so there is a lot of ice for them to work with. They can make it a 5-on-4.
4-on-4 for about another 55 seconds here. We got 2:56 remaining on the game clock. Gators lead at 4-2. As it's Cooper working through center ice. A little bit more juice now from the USF side of things after that goal. As a USF forward gets sandwiched in the middle of the ice between Liam Likachwa and Owen Waivada. He gets up and looks like he's okay. It was Owen Welch taking the brunt of that one. Yeah, and now McCoy moves through center ice.
Welch.
McCoy moving one-on-one. He'll fire one just over the net, and Duhame will come and play it.
Yeah, I wanted to cut out for a moment there. Could have been a nice chance for Michael McCoy, but yeah, as I was saying, Welch has found himself in the middle of a lot of stuff here throughout this game, a lot of time in the box, so Gators not taking any exception.
As they rim it back around, and shot goes just wide, and it'll play all the way out to center ice as 4-on-4 comes to a close, and the two players jump right into the play. Lampinen, a nice behind the back little pass there to Jacob Horowitz, and Horowitz has it going into the offensive end, looking for Edwards in front. Horowitz takes out the referee. So I guess anything goes for a couple seconds here, and it goes up to center. Referee looks like he's okay, so does Horowitz, and USF has a 2-on-2 break. Hitting the corner by Lampinen. And behind the net is Berkel Jasek. He'll play it out. He'll hop on the wheels. He'll try to find Edwards. Edwards able to catch up to that one and send it behind the net. Berkel Jasek all the way in on the offensive end. Makes a nice hit in the corner as well. And back for Edwards. Edwards drop it back for Weinstein. What a glove that time from Lennox. Able to just snag that thing out of the air as he was moving to his right. The puck was moving to his left, but he was able to glove it and shut that play down.
High energy here in the Igloo. Play is all over the place. Horowitz is knocking out the referee. Got to be careful that Stone Cold doesn't come in with a steel chair. You know, a lot of action here. You got to assume that the second that they are able to clear this puck, they're going to try and pull Lennox to give them the best chance of getting a few behind lead. But with 65 seconds left to go on the clock, looks like there might have been a timeout called to try and draw something up here. USF on the ropes.
Yeah, USF looking for one last-ditch effort here to get back into this game. As you mentioned, 65 seconds left on that clock, a little bit over a minute, and the Gators trying to just get to that finish line and get out of here with a win here after a weekend of play. Gators entered this weekend with a 5-game winning streak, kind of caught their stride on the road in the versus Auburn and Alabama, and then they came home. They played Florida Southern College on the road, got 2 wins there, the first one being 5-4, and then 2 nights later, beating the exact same team, not a typo, 16-3 was the final score of that second game last weekend against Florida Southern College. So when this team wants to explode for goals, they can do that. But right now, that's not the situation we're in. We're trying to stop goals from happening from the other side of the ice. 65 seconds remain as we come out of this penalty. The Gators looking to shut things down in the defensive end and get out of here with a W. All right, the stage has been set. Frank Pasquale has talked to his team, and the guys are ready to get things going here in this final minute of play here at the Igloo between USF and the Gators.
And they got a big, booming, shut-down lineup out there. Olenek, Telab, Waivada. Who else we got out there, Jamie? I can't see on that end.
Looks like Weinstein over there, and up top it looks like McCoy.
Yeah, a lot of bodies out there. Some great defensive guys for Florida trying to shut this one down.
Weinstein flipped that puck up 100 feet up into the air. It didn't hit the stanchion, but it hit the netting, it looked like, and the play is blown dead. But still, Gators did a great job right off that faceoff, eating up 11 seconds off the clock. They pinned it to the wall for a couple seconds, and then Weinstein, as I mentioned, just threw that thing up in the air and ate a couple more seconds off that clock. And if the Gators do hold on to win this one, we will have a player of the game interview right here with us up here in the bleachers. We're going to have them come up here, and we're going to talk to them after this game. But first, the Gators need to get this one done. As the Gators force a turnover, a great job that time from Telab, not letting the Bulls get out of the zone. Good play by Zelmansky, sending it right back in, not letting the Bulls get anything going. Finally, USF does enter the offensive zone, and there goes Lennox for the extra skater. 6th guy coming onto the ice right now for USF. And there's an empty cage on the other side of the ice for the Bulls. Shot on, stopped by Lee. 23 seconds remain.
Good job by Lee. Hugs that post, clogs up the shooting lane. Doesn't give anything up to these dangerous USF shooters. Now just 23 seconds to go. Florida's got to get this clock down and come out with this win. It would be a big one for them heading into the Thanksgiving Christmas break for this club hockey season.
Yeah, the next time the Gators see the ice will be the Savannah Classic, January 17th. It's the next time the Gators have any games, so they get a long break after this one. Looking to close this one out and head on that break with a win. It's Cooper up top. Over to his defense partner. Shot, pad save by Lee. Goes out to the wall and cleared out by Berkel Jasek. That'll do it here from the Igloo. The Gators get the win. It took the full 60 minutes for the Gators to get the win. 4-2 was the final score. Gators get it done. 2 goals from Mikey Katz, 1 from Michael McCoy. Max Telab got the scoring going in the first period. Gators get the win, 4-2. We're gonna step aside for a moment here, but we'll come back. We'll give you a post-game rundown of everything that happened here today. We'll also speak with the player of the game as well, so stick around to see who wins that player of the game award on the other side. You're watching Florida Gators hockey here on the Orange and Blue Sports Network. Welcome into the post-game show here on the Orange and Blue Sports Network. The Gators just got a big win against the USF Bulls here on Pink the Rink night. If you don't know, it's our Hockey Fights Cancer fundraiser here. All proceeds go towards UF Health Cancer Center research. And you can find that link in our video description right here. Jerseys are being auctioned off, as well as if you just want to make a donation to UF Cancer Center, it's all right there in that link in the description. Gators got a big win here tonight, getting back on track after dropping their game against USF on Friday night. A 4-1 win. Rob, what did you see in that game?
Yeah, I mean, this was a start to finish great performance from the Gators on offense. You know, everything was really clicking. The passing was working through. They were getting through the neutral zone very well. They were setting up their plays, designed. The power play came to play, got one through in the second period. It was really that really big, explosive second period that put 3 goals on the board. We went 1-1 into the first break. Into the second break, it was 4-1. And after that, USF was just caught, you know, flat-footed playing catch-up in the third period. But, you know, a lot of that goes back to the man in the net. 35 saves, is that right, Ethan?
35 saves, yep.
35 saves tonight. Connor Lee.
Connor Lee, step in here. Our player of the game right here, Connor Lee. Welcome into the post-game show. You had a great game here.
Thank you.
Losing on Friday night, being able to respond, being able to bounce back. What kind of went into the adjustments the team made coming into this game?
So I know last night they had a little bit of a hard time dealing with a couple of their best players, and we kind of got away from our game, tried to get too fancy with it, and didn't go too well for us. I was not here on Friday night, unfortunately, but I thought I'd come back in and see what we could do with some of the guys, and we got back to our game plan. We got back to our formula, and it seemed to work out for us.
Yeah, no, the team looked like they were firing on all cylinders, getting this win. Now you guys got a big break coming up. You guys don't play another game until mid-January. You got any big plans for the break?
Just go home, relax, get a break from school, hang out with family, but everybody's going to make sure that we're still in shape, skating every now and then before we get back for Savannah.
There we go. I mean, you know, a big game from you. I think that one of the things that I noticed was rebound control. You know, they had a lot of second chance opportunities. They had a lot of talented guys on their roster. They scored 8 goals on Friday. You know, how did you adjust, and how did you see guys like Dietz on the ice, and what did you see from them, and how did you stop it?
So we know they're top line. We know they're good guys, and it's an extra focus when they're out there to make sure their shots are from the outside. There's no good rebounds for them, and that's a huge part of making sure we secure the game. And other than that, just, play your game, have some fun, and get a win.
Yeah, that's kind of what Coach Pasquale said when we talked to him earlier. He was just like, listen, some things didn't really go our way Friday night, but we still feel like we're a good team here. We can compete with these guys and come out and we play our game and we play our formula. As you just mentioned, we'll go out there and get a win. So we saw that here tonight. A huge win for the Florida Gators. Back on track, heading into that break. You've won 5 out of your last 6. You're feeling good about things. That's pretty much going to do it for our broadcast here on the Orange and Blue Sports Network. Gators get a huge win over the USF Bulls, 4-2. Connor Lee, our player of the game, 35 saves in this one, stayed strong in net the whole way through, holding down that back end for the Gators. We'll be back in Savannah Classic. January 17th is the next Florida Gators hockey game, so they get a long break here. We want to thank you guys for watching. As always, Jamie Goldman alongside Rob Russo and the men behind the camera that really make this thing possible. Our producer, Ethan Eibe, we want to give a big thanks to him. He's the man that makes this all possible. And then Erich Keplinger coming out and helping us out, framing up those camera angles, doing all the technical stuff on the camera, helping us out with that, setting up the lighting, setting up the interviews, all that fun stuff. So we want to give a thanks to him as well. You've been watching Florida Gators hockey on the Orange and Blue Sports Network. You have a good night.
Thanks for tuning in to the Orange and Blue Sports Network's coverage. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at OBSN Gators. That's OBSN Gators. Until next time.